Of course, I have to go check immediately. Do I still have that stupid bird on screen right now? No. Maybe I should make one for Dead Cells, but I don't have any sort of notes to be taking for this. I guess technically I'm doing a new save file for stuff. I could end up, I don't know, maybe having like a checklist of stuff to do. Whatever. This is not going to be that sort of, that much effort. I suppose. I don't know. I never want to do like an actual guide type of thing. I always feel like that's a bit out of my wheelhouse. Hey, it is Jab Druck. I just woke up from a nap. I got off work early, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna go take a nap. When's Tunic coming to the YouTube? Oh man. Well, first off, thank you for the 31-month sub. Damn, that is a long time. As always, 31 months. Jeez. Huh. Thank you so much, McFatty. But okay, so here's the thing. The last episode of Tunic that I did is I spent about an hour, 10 minutes or something playing it, and by the time I edited it down, it was about 20. So I feel like I'm about to go do... I'm gonna go do more. I gotta do more. I mean, I guess technically I could just, you know, put that up, but every other episode of Tunic so far has been an hour plus. Feel like it's too little. Too little. Maybe you could include the chat. You know, including chat would definitely be something different, but I don't know. I don't like having other stuff on screen. I mean, that's kind of like how that's my brand. I mean, it's like it's like even like, you know, the stupid this not that. Wow, okay, that was the wrong image. Even the stupid bird here is is a bit much. I forgot that I had that as one of the other. Okay, well. In translating the Fox Zelda language. I haven't even been doing that. Been spending too much time. I love your brand. I mean, to be fair, it's more classic LP style. That's pretty much all it is. It's just, you know, video game plus speaking. No face cam. No, you know, sound alerts. No, like, anything else. It's really just the gameplay. Oh, yeah. I also don't know how to include chat. Maybe that's the more important thing. I don't know how I would include chat because I am just using like vanilla out of the box, well, out of the MSI OBS is what I'm trying to say. You're early, even I'm up. Yeah, I got off of work early today. I've actually been doing that for the last couple weeks here. Pretty much since the end of last year. That I've, sometimes I have like half days. Sometimes I'm like, you know, 6-7 hours. I've been doing too good at my job. Whatever. Oh no, how terrible. And usually I just take that time to take a nap. But then I woke up early from that nap, so we're streaming now. That's how it works. By the way, if you're wondering what that image was, it is an image of the Joker costume. Okay, that's from the last Tunic stream, or maybe the previous Tunic stream. I don't know. They've all been terrible. Look, just watch the YouTube series if you want to see Tunic. That's the good one. Anyway. Okay. So, like I said, legit been years since I've tuned in, but I just want to say I always appreciate your upbeat and happy episode you see every stream. Very good vibes. Hey, thanks. I like to, I always like to have it be something that, regardless of what else is going on in your life, because I know that I always like this in other streams or videos or whatever that I watch. It's like, whatever else is going on in your life, you can come over here and watch me talk about bad Joker costumes, basically. That's what you can get. And as always, never feel bad about taking like if it's been literal years you've been here, I'll be here. Come back anytime. You know how that is. What's on the menu today? Well, we got to March 6th. We got new DLC. So pretty much, and we were talking about this in one of the Tunic streams that I was just doing. That it's like, Dead Cells since the very beginning has changed an awful lot. maybe I can kind of prep up for that. I want to do a new save file. Maybe talk about like some strategies, you know, do like a semi-guide. I'm not going to do a real guide. I think that's a little bit too presumptuous, but I usually do this about twice a year, which is why it's the biannual new save file. I don't know, it's always fun to start up a new save file, not just be working with the same thing over and over. That's kind of the entire thing. Are there some crazy, I mean, it depends. Obviously, like latest update, the Everyone Is Here has introduced a whole bunch of new, cool new stuff, but it depends on when you last played it, because yeah, there's stuff being added to Dead Cells all the time. It's one of the greatest things about the game, of course. There's like an MMO style of like updates, it feels like. Just constant. Ask what your job is? You know, like, when you know, like how, if you get like medication from a pharmacy, they'll do text messages to you where they're like, "Hey, this is a reminder. You got to refill your medication." And you know, if you say like, "Yes, please refill my medication," I'm the person that actually goes through and makes sure that your insurance works, and then makes sure that your copay is paid, and makes sure that, you know, specifically it gets delivered. So it's like I got to make sure your address is correct, and I just kind of go through to verify and set up the order for that. And that means that, you know, not every single day I get several hundred orders going across the country, and not every single day it takes 8 hours to do. That's it. Background drug goblin. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, it's not all set up automatically because, God, insurance is all kinds of wacky. You know, let me tell you, it's like the sort of things that can go wrong when it comes from, I need this medication to live. I need to live. And it's like, well, your copay is $5,000. We're gonna have to do something about that. Because that's not right. Oh. Doing early stream in 5 days. Early stream? Hard to say. We'll see about that. But yeah, like basically background drug goblin. And it is just, it's simple job. It's a simple job. Pays like $15 an hour, but whatever. Been buying every DLC to support the game, but I haven't played it since 5 Boss Cell came out. Oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff just in so many different ways. You have an automatic process? No, I am the automatic process for that. And it's like, no, let me tell you, the amount of times it's just like, I go there to be like, hey, just send this person the medication they literally need to survive. And it's just like, no. And then I'm just like, okay, why not? Well, I mean, like, you know, they did it too early. They tried to refill it too early. You got to wait one more day. So we got to go put it. we can't do it yet. It's so much stuff like that. They stopped taking my insurance with no warning. Oh yeah, that's the sort of stuff that happens. It's like every single time you do that sort of stuff, it's like you have to check with the insurance company. What is the claim for the basic medication they get every single month going to be? Oh, somehow it's $10,000 this month. How? I don't know. Whatever. And it's like, no, nobody pays $10,000, but that's how much those things cost. All of this is super irrelevant to like actually doing Dead Cells. Let's just go and do this here. Medication is a weird and annoying beast. Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, it's like between like this and the last job that I had doing you know, pretty much similar-ish sort of stuff for law office. Boy, you really get a lot of insight into the way the world works. Don't you? All right, let's start out this actual thing. I finally have all achievements, counting no hit. Hey, nice. Hey, Liz Hayden. Welcome to the biannual new save file. I don't know, I like doing new save file stuff, and we do have a new DLC. People might be looking for a guide or something. I mean, I'm not going to say a guide. I don't want to say a guide because, you know what, I'm not, if I wanted to do a guide, I would want to do stuff like that one video, surprised to see the rarest one being Spare. Wait, which one? I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying here? It's like, oh yeah, I hesitate to call it a guide because if I want to do a guide, I want to do it like that one video that I made. You know, how do I get those tubes? Which, to this day, I still get people saying, thank you for doing that. And a stream is not really the most conducive way to do that. Oh, the Wrecking Ball to kill 5 enemies with a throw and return. I think even I have that, don't I? Let me see real quick. I actually don't. How haven't I got? I mean, I guess I don't really use it too much here. Peg Dracula with a baseball bat. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Oh boy. I've hit a wall with 5 boss cells, so I've been thinking about starting a new save file. I mean, maybe I can actually give some advice on that. That's sort of the plan right now. Like, hey, if you got any sort of... Yeah, you need to get no hit done if that's the rarest one you get. True. I mean, I think... Let me take a look here. What is currently the rarest achievement? Not that it really matters. I mean, I'll just, you know... I'll get all of these eventually anyway. Rarest one, at least in the disc here, in the list, appears to be like, yeah, Spare and Full House beat the Queen with the Killing Deck. And even like more people have the one where you push her into the void. Yeah. Maybe that's what this will be. Trying to go for all achievements in addition to everything else. Can already see Queen being hardest to no hit. Being the hardest to no hit is no hit Queen. I mean, it's I think it was the servants looking at the it's the servants, not even the Queen, which I would almost agree with. Because Queen you can blitz down really, really fast if you have the right build, and you've seen that before. Recently binged Hellsing Ultimate. I saw Hellsing back in the day, and like it was a fun sort of series, but I don't know if I was. Yeah, when I say back in the day, I mean back in the day. that sort of thing. So I don't know what Hellsing Ultimate is necessarily, but man, it is one of those like gleefully violent series, and that's about it. Also one of those things where I feel like there's something that I don't know what I can do, but I feel like there's something I need to do to try and stop pop culture from ever mentioning Schrodinger's cat again. It's like, you don't understand. It's... okay, well, anyway. Better version of the series made a little later. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's what I would guess. Sort of like a... Full Metal Alchemist style. It's just, I remember it being something about that series was real hokey. That I never actually finished it. I don't know, it's been too long. It's all kind of like jumbled up in the old brain box here. Tried my hand at Boss Rush, and boy, the remix boss is fun. They are good. They're great bosses, and I'd like to do some more stuff with that, but it's like, you know, I guess we're doing a new save file now. Maybe we'll just end up trying to do some more stuff with that. Oh, you know, I suppose I should probably go start like the proper save file thing here if we're gonna be. We can always turn this into just chatting, or maybe talk about strategy or something like that. Anything related to Hellsing is hella underrated. I don't know. Games. Yes, we play games here. This is a video game channel where we play video games. We don't just talk over the starting screen to video games. I'll leave that to every other streamer, including myself. What am I even talking about here? Oh, there's Hellsing games. Yeah, I don't know. Probably there's like Berserk games. There's like all kinds of. There's a lot of Diablo-like games, really. Van Helsing. You know, Van Helsing back in Dracula was like this old fat Dutch doctor that was just more or less. It was more like a Scooby Gang than it was anything actually action filled. He even decided to go like research into this mysterious illness caused by Dracula. It was caused by Dracula. Dracula sucking Lucy was stirring his blood. But yeah, he even agreed just to do that because he's just like, well, I mean, I'm old, I don't have kids. I just thought that this would be something fun to do. So original Dracula novel is very good. Anyway. PS Vita Berserk game. There's also one for the Dreamcast, I believe. I don't know about Hellsing games, but there's a lot of stuff. Sucking. Oh, you saw the last stream, I see. I should have deleted that. Anyway. Well, I mean, you know, that's like your, No, I don't want to delete this stream too. This stream might actually be one that people watch. I don't want to work. You're not going to get me to work off this conversation. How is No Hit Mama Tick 2.9? Because the scythe claws from the bottom of the screen are hard to dodge. I can corroborate that. That's a rough move. And it's like it's real. It's very good at hitting you, even if you know how to dodge things very well. Okay. Oh, Assassin with no hit is not too bad. Because you can blitz it down pretty fast. It's just get used to using that shield. That's kind of how you... I mean, the only really annoying part is like when she does the windmill sort of attack with the shurikens that are really annoying. Okay. Let's get on to the... We've been doing this for 15 minutes. Let's get on to the actual, like, thing. Go see if I can do a semi-guide type of deal. I don't know, something I think will be interesting. Something that I also think that I can do, like, daily for a little while, too. I was, like, having clear goals in mind, and I do think that, No, did you not see what the... Look at the title of the stream! Anyway, all I did was hug a wall and roll. Yeah, that can work. Probably going to end up being what I'm doing. But, you know, that entire thing. All right. So, on to the actual thing here. Okay, let's start this up. Okay, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Thought it was an announcement of coming out of the closet. What? Say, how? What? What? Huh? Yeah, anyway. This is irrelevant. Let's start this one up here. Okay. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. There's a new DLC for Dead Cells on March 6th. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start up a new save file. I was talking with chat in the last stream, and they were saying, wow, Dead Cells sure has changed a lot since its original release. And that is true. So if people are looking to come back to the game at this point in time, I'm thinking that maybe trying to go through, attempting to... well, how do I want to do this? 1? No, I'm supposed to start on 1. That's the point, because otherwise the 1 gets included in the video. Speedrun to 5 boss cell. I mean, pretty much, right? I don't want a mod to see the mini slashes. I never do mods. I should do mods more. I like a lot of good stuff, right? Number of runs too. I guess this is probably the one that I'll get rid of. After all, of course, 3 has always been my save file. I don't know why. With my 10,000 runs in it. That's not even as many as I've done. That's just with the the ones that actually have been counted when I haven't been doing like new alphas or betas or whatever. That's fun. Well, anyway. Anything else to get rid of? 3 is an extremely cool number, prime and all that shit. Yeah, well, like, I mean, what about like 1? That's like a cool prime number, 2. 2. Like all of them. Well, anyway, what was I doing here? I like 7. Finished your Iconoclast series just now, loved it. Look, Iconoclast is pretty good. Iconoclast is pretty good. I would have liked to talk more about like the plot and everything in that game, but I feel like it would almost get too close to actual religion discussion, which is probably not a good idea. Just an inkling, especially given how much I generally know about that. Is there more blueprints in the daily challenge after the meat skewer? No, meat skewer is the last one. It's a lacerating or a meat skewer, a switch sword lacerating or a meat skewer. Oh, yes, what was I saying here? Okay, I'm trying to figure out how exactly how are we starting this one up? Okay, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. How am I doing this here? Too scared to discuss religion, but will happily discuss vor and boner-sucking vampires. It's not that they suck the blood from the boners. I want to make that clear, as per conversation. Right, I want to suck your dick. No. I just stole that from like some stupid TikTok I saw like 2 years back or something. Okay, anyway. Okay, so God, I'm just trying to think of like how do I want to start this one off, because this is going to be kind of like a mini series. Let's just do it again. Let's just do it again. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. No, I forgot again. Okay. All right. One more time. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. New DLC coming out for Dead Cells on March 6th. So I decided to prep up for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start up yet another new save file. This is sort of a biannual event around here. But I was reminded in the last stream I was doing that this game really has changed up an awful lot since its early days. So it is worth just occasionally kind of going through, checking out what it was like when you're first starting. Maybe if alone, just to give sort of a semi-guide, perhaps, to what it's like getting started here. Because, of course, Dead Cells, there's a lot of stuff to do, and not all of it is very clear. I would hesitate to call this an actual guide. If I was going to do a real guide, it would be something along the lines of that video I got for how do I get those tubes. 10 seconds of this is what it is. Jump. Primary weapon. Chopping block right over here. It's never a good time to having your head chopped off. But I feel like if I'm going to do this on stream, what it's going to end up being is like an old Onion headline. I remember like a YouTube essayist spends 40 minutes explaining the origins of eating to the waiter before actually ordering. So I will put some timestamps in the comments about some more notable parts of the stream. We'll talk a lot of strategy, but it's going to be overall be a very casual affair. Is how I'm feeling. Still, though, I'm going to try and talk a lot about, like, hey, how do we actually play this game and everything? Because, it might start out fairly easy right now, but picks up quite a bit very quickly. Oh, yes. No, and you won't be the last. No, in fact, we'll be seeing plenty of people coming out here. All right, break through doors, secondary weapon. Oh, yeah, one of the things I was, like, doing when first starting a save file. How long can I keep secondary weapon up on top of the character? I mean, obviously just kind of hit everybody here or roll through for invincibility. Game, of course, always when you first starting out feels very like squirrely, very inaccurate. But as soon as you start to get used to it, it's very, very natural. Of course, the game is meant to be played very fast. And, to that point when you're first starting out here, although I could end up fighting every single enemy, yeah, zombies do drop zombie loot and everything like that. Ultimately, it's not necessary. I mean, the loot you get is pretty minimal and not really something you need to actually like make progress. Sure, a little bit of extra money here and there, and of course, eventually the no-hit doors and time doors and everything like that are going to become a little bit more important, but for right now, I would almost say, to get really used to fighting enemies, run past them. Okay, well, brutality. We're looking at fast melee weapons, damage over time. Damage over time is, of course, extremely powerful in Dead Cells. Would definitely recommend trying to make builds around that eventually as you get more items. But for right now, I don't know if I have too much unlocked that I can really make brutality work for me. Tactics, very early in the game, good. That's how you get the really big damage, huge builds, everything like that. But it is also where you get the least amount of health. And, being able to dodge around and everything becomes that much more important. At this point in the game, it's good, though. It's actually quite good, and I could have a very easy time if I ended up taking a tactics build. Survival, though. Oh, yeah, big, heavy weapons. We're talking about crowd control, stunning, slowing, everything like that. And honestly, when you're first starting out, this is one of my favorite ones to take. And I am going to be taking survival. Obviously, the weapons that I have right now do not really scale with that. Sure, I mean, the shield does, but I'm not really going to be using the shield as a primary attacking mechanism. It's reactive. It's a reactive item. And that means that it is sort of, it's slower. I want to go fast in this game. This game's about going fast, at least to me, when I play it. So, yeah, we'll do that. No, but I'm going to be looking for something. There's a very particular build when you're first starting out that I think works better than anything else, and I'm going to be trying to do that. Nothing. Don't worry, that'll change very soon. Forgot how slow DC is in lower cells. Yeah, it takes a little while to really gear up, but let's be honest, you know what it's like on the higher difficulties. It's starting you out nice and slow in this game is good. It's a good thing. God, the difficulty, let me tell you, I still say difficulty in Dead Cells gets a real auto whack real quick. Okay, come on now. I thought I could stun him out of attacking. Hit stunning, usually you get like a good feeling for that, like how hit stunning, grab that there, how hit stunning works pretty quickly. And you know, when you can kind of just sit there attacking enemies, knowing that they'll just kind of get stunned out of most of their attacks. But, well, if I'm not actually building for brutality, and, you know, I'm taking survival here, I should be a little bit more cautious, you know? Did you just die? No, I got hit. I'm not doing this perfectly. I'm not doing perfect runs. Yeah, sure, I played the game an awful lot, but I'm not, you know, here trying to do perfect runs right now. We're just doing a little bit of an introduction to the video game, you know? Because like I said, this is probably nearly unrecognizable if you played this back in 2017, 2018. It's like, you know, things like brutality and everything totally different. I already got all the stuff for unlocking some of the crossover items here. But hey, here's at least 1 point of brutality. That's nice. You always want to carry around at least one amulet, even if it's not like one of your primary weapons, just because, well, one stat is at least a little bit of extra health. I'm going to be building stats in a way where I am stacking it all into one single color. Now, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend that if you're playing this game for the first time. However, since, you know, I know how to dodge around everything and whatnot, it's like I'm going for maximum damage, and that means, you know, the way everything scales, stacking it all into one stat is sort of the way you want to go. But if you're just starting out, get some more health. This game is real brutal, and, you know, it can be rough if you don't do that. But when you start to feel like, hey, I'm not quite getting the amount of damage that I feel like I need to, things are taking, yeah, okay, that is everything I can do right now. Things are taking way too long to kill. Maybe try just stacking it all into one stat. It can work, certainly. All right. Are you really not going to press Y? It's fun to see how long I can keep the little message above me. Okay, but it does go away when you actually go through the door. Anyway, shields. You can hold them out. You can parry. I almost always go for the parry because, you know, I'm so used to the timing and everything. But the holding stuff out, especially if you, say, have mutations, perks, and whatnot, that allow you to take a little bit of extra damage after you take damage, well, that's a good way to activate that. Of course, parrying prevents damage entirely and stuns enemies or does some other wacky thing. That's what makes that really useful to do. 1 minute, 25 seconds ago. I mean, especially for the first couple areas, not too difficult to accomplish. 30 enemies without taking damage, a little bit rougher. However, that's where taking like a tactics build or something comes in. Being able to kill things from distance, of course, is a lot more preferable compared to killing things right next to when you're right next to them. However, man, it's later on you have so little health if you take a tactics build. Tactics builds are great. They're great, but they're also very risky. Risk reward, you know how that goes. All right. And of course, you're going to want the health flask. I mean, I think it goes without saying, yeah, health flask is probably the first thing you're going to want to get. more than anything else. Preserves up to 500 bucks when you die. Well, 5 cells is not much. I can throw that on right now. Recycling. I'm surprised I haven't just tried to recycle something out of force of habit alone. But no. Restock is great. Oh, I'd love to get restock, but unlocking 18 more items is frustrating. So I think best idea here, keep going for that health flask. Hello. Where? Jan, how you doing? Where did you even get those corpses? Yeah, I'm in a little bit. Haven't unlocked any other outfits just yet. Look, I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't think any place in this game smells good. I think this is probably a very bad smelling game. Not that I have a nose to be able to do anything with, regardless. Cool, great, nice. So, what are we looking at here? Necromancy, unlocked from the very beginning. It used to be always take this. But now that it's only, up to a maximum of 50% health, it's a little bit less useful. Still, pretty good mutation. Yeah, the old revive one time. Honestly, when you're first starting out, I think this is a good one to take. Lets you kind of stay in the battle a little bit longer and gives you an advantage because after you die, you freeze enemies for a little bit, which is pretty great. Instinct did not used to be something that you started out with. That's kind of interesting. This is not very good until late game. 0.16% is nothing. But yeah, I'm going for survival. Should be taking something survival. Vengeance, yeah, perks that give you abilities on being hit. Pretty nice. Combo I always like. That's a good one. And just a little bit of a buff up as long as you're kind of moving quickly. You know how that is. Blind Faith is also good, but reactive shields are reactive. I like to be very aggressive in my play style and everything, which is why I usually don't end up taking that. 3 seconds though is a lot. Well, let's take YOLO. The YOLO. Yeah, if you didn't get that, that's what it says. Refill your flask. Get out here into the promenade. Bad smells why these guys are always wearing scarves. Probably. I mean, this game is... I always think, I struggle to think of many horror games where things probably smell nice. This is not a horror game, but with the Castlevania DLC, that's a good comparison. Where that's not a horror game, but it's like horror themed. That place also probably smells terrible. Hey, got the first blueprint, which I think is, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't this usually like a 100% drop from one of the zombies? These dudes right here. Somewhere in the area. And of course, it happens to be the first one I'm fighting. So, the classic, the blood sword. It does exactly what you think it is. That's right, it is imbrued with blood, and is very gross when you slash enemies. No, here we are. This is what I was looking for. It causes enemies to bleed. Is it also covered in blood? Perhaps. I don't know. But hey, bleed, it's good. Bleed weapons have some of the best affixes in the entire game. Stuff like propagating it all around them. Stuff like causing poisoning as well as bleeding. Those are some good ways to get a lot of extra damage. And as I was saying, damage over time, already pretty good in this game just overall. But of course, the weapon I picked up, Nutcracker. #1 part to one of the best builds that you can get right out the box. Trust me. I don't have the other bit here, but as soon as I get that, trust me, it will be very good. All right. First boss of the entire game. And man, let me tell you, it's not that much. I mean, the Undead Archer. Big thing with this guy is that, instead of shooting only one arrow that you can duck underneath, shoots 2 arrows. Yeah, boss. I mean, I would consider this a boss to a certain extent. Just kind of keep your distance, double jump over the arrows. Oh yeah, can you actually? when he turns into the big style elite, it shoots the second arrow so high that you can just duck underneath it. That's kind of funny. Money on the boss. Oh, come on now. I feel like you should have a little bit more faith in me here. But yeah, there's also one of your first examples of turrets just being incredibly powerful. Now, most turrets, and there you go, creates Vine. But yeah, it's down. Most turrets, of course, do scale with tactics, which is not what I'm using right now. But they do also allow you to focus entirely on just dodging around rather than attempting to, also get damage in there, which makes them very, very good. Now, they only work if you're very close to them and everything, but, we're talking like boss arenas and whatnot. You're going to be very close to the boss. So it's a great way to have some DPS dealt. And maybe some of the better builds that you're going to get. Especially if eventually you might want to go for like hitless bosses. That's a good way to do that. Oh boy, throwing knife. And of course I don't even have the ability to sell stuff right now. No, I'm going for a bit of a survival build. Taking a shield is a good idea. Hey, I mean, you start with 1,000 failures before you get one success, it feels like sometimes. It's a learning process, right? I'm talking about this in Dead Cells. God, these things, protectors, they're terrible. No, that's it. And of course, this is one of the more benign examples you're gonna find of them. Still extremely annoying, though. Eesh. For some reason I thought the Nutcracker was an axe. It actually took quite a while. Despite having your head chopped off by a big axe, it takes quite a while for you to actually get an axe in the game, and took quite a while for an axe to be introduced into the game. Kind of funny in that way. Anyway, some runes on the ground, can't really do much with. But more stuff to give me some extra stats here. I will end up taking that. Hey, new guy, I need some pointers. Oh, come on now. I was just saying that it's like, yeah, I know. We are doing the full explanation of stuff. If you played this game for 1,000 hours, you probably know everything. But I don't know, I felt like doing a semi-guide right now. I feel like some people might appreciate it. I don't know. For some reason, there are a bunch of series on the YouTube channel that still get kind of... Oh, that's the first time Dodge appeared. For some reason, like, get treated as like semi-guides. Maybe that can be my wheelhouse at some point, Trying to do like actual guides for video games. As of late, with the DLC that's come out for Rain World, I've had people like being like, "Hey, thanks for helping me get through like the garbage wastes, and helping me understand what exactly you need to do with scavengers," which is just like, oh yeah, that was like a thing in that game, a thing that's not very clear when you're first playing it. Or like people yelling at me how my guide on playing Death's Gambit is not very good. And that was never meant to be a guide. Anyway. Okay. Not turning on outlines? Outlines? I mean, I got the enemy attack indicator, which I think is pretty useful. And of course, actually something right now. Hey, I don't know if this is automatically turned on at this point in time, but right down here. No. Maybe it is actually automatically turned on. How many enemies you've killed without taking damage? Because I remember I've gotten a lot of questions about that back in the day. But I guess... Oh, here we go. Display the number of enemies killed without being hit. That's a little skull in the corner. Turn that one on. It's very useful. Would highly recommend. 10 out of 10. But yeah. Least favorite Dead Cells enemy? Gold Gorgers. But of course, we're not going to see them for a little bit now, are we? I think that's pretty much everything I can do in here right now. I can't get up here. Can't use everybody's favorite little smiley face teleport coffins, so... Yep, on to the ramparts. Outlines are inaccessibility. I mean, I might go do it. Now, Doc can do it for the Vine. Just go get my Vine boom sound effect on Steam Deck. What is the thing that people use to have a bunch of sound effects on all the time? So yeah, especially when you're first starting out, getting these cell doors, going through places expediently or without taking damage, very good. And here we are, the second half. Wolf Trap and Nutcracker. This is such... You get this right from the very beginning. It's just an automatic critical for the weapon, and it does really good damage, and the Wolf Trap, keeping enemies held in place, is amazing. If you're starting the game for the first time, Would recommend using that. It's just great. It is just a great combination. You get it immediately. What more do I need to say? All right, then aside from that, maybe even Blind Faith to be able to throw down more of those. Vengeance. I mean, even without building for Brutality, I am still getting good damage off of that. Sure, why not? Don't really have a whole ton of stuff unlocked right now, so it's probably worth taking, right? You know, soundboard? I have a friend and it's hell when they use it. I mean, needless to say, it's just like I am using your vanilla OBS. I don't even know how any of that stuff works. I've had people try to use like the bot commands and everything, and I'm just like, I don't think I have that turned on. I also don't even know how to turn it on. All right, boss number 2. And maybe one of the most important ones to fight here. But it's also a good opportunity to show off just how powerful the build is. Observe! And done. And I mean, yeah, boss. It's just an elite version of the zombies, but still. Boss. Yeah. Unknown artifact. Oh boy, this one is one of the most essential ones for the entire game. Custom mode. And you might be like, oh, I don't know, custom mode sort of feels. No, the game is built around using custom mode. Use custom mode. Don't feel like it's like you're ruining your gameplay experience or whatever. It's like, use custom mode. You get it right in this area. And you're going to have a lot of items that you'll probably end up unlocking and being like, oh, I don't really like this all that much. Then great, use custom mode, please. Trust me on this one. Fall in love with that mode. Motion Twin developed this game to be used with that. How you have the talent to interrupt your straw man. Yeah, I mean, it's what I've actually had like the second guy tell me, like, you go through a lot of voices on stream. And I'm like, I don't even really think about that, but I do, don't I? Hey, nice. Rare blueprint. Ice bow. Now, ice bow's not really my favorite. It's decent. It would actually probably synergize pretty decently with this this particular weapon, but it's I guess I'll talk more about it when I eventually unlock the thing. All right, here we go. Poggers. I mean, hey, I'm here to get pretty much everything. I don't know how much you know what? First opportunity to do a parry. But anyway, yeah, it's like I don't really know how much I'm going to go into this new save file. Probably planning quite a bit. Do like some daily streams for a little bit here. Yeah, if any enemy has a star over their head, they have a scroll of some variety. Or they got like a very powerful weapon. And very rarely a Philosopher's Stone, which is just a money item that's worth a ton. And when I say a ton, I mean like tens and tens and tens of thousands of monies. It's more than it would really be possible to get this early in the game, regardless of how hard you might try. Of course, that is so incredibly rare, you'll almost never see it. I think I've seen it maybe like a total of 6-7 times over the 2,000 hours I've been playing the game. 75,000. Okay. It is one of those very, very rare things, but it's not like that much, you know, more important, powerful. Ah! That was close. Oh, great. It's the Box Elite. One of my favorites to fight. That's fine. This would already be over if I had my, here we go. Yeah, if I had that up. And I still can't sell anything right now. I keep forgetting about it. Oh, runners are actually what started my party journey. You know, how fast they attack, and they have different. I mean, you know, that's the other thing. It's like you can run past a lot of enemies at this point, but there are also a lot of enemies that will kind of prevent that from happening. Not many of them have been introduced just yet, but it's only going to be a matter of time. Like these guys right here, Inquisitors. I want to say probably have the most. They're not the hardest enemies to deal with. But they have probably the most kills on me in the entire time I've been playing the game. Just because they're very frustrating to deal with. And as you get a little bit farther in the game, they tend to, appear in every single area possible. And I threw down the wrong item there. Okay, now come on. Really. I'm forgetting all of the things that I actually have accessible and whatnot right now. It's like, hey, what are the things that I can do? Can I, you know, half the runes and whatnot here. All right, anyway, bruh. Whatever. I feel like I found one of the Philosopher's Stones a little bit more recently, but can't really tell you exactly where. Oh yeah, and because there's, when you're cursed, they're terrible. More things to unlock crossover outfits. That's the one for, of course, the I'm surprised that that's appearing so early, but that's one, of course, for the Slay the Spire outfit. When I'm thinking of Cursed Artifact, oh yeah, that's also a pretty rare one too. But you know, it also curses you on top of giving you a lot of money. Philosopher's Stone is just money. It's pretty nice. But, you know, also it's just curses are just an entire thing unto themselves, right? Very frustrating. But I mean, of course, not super essential to beat in the game. There's plenty of times where I just kind of say, no, I don't want to be cursed, but at the same time, well, those give you a lot of advantages. We'll get to that later, though. Okay. These are another one of those enemies that try and prevent you from just running away from them. Biters. Of course, they're pretty simple to deal with. Got a big wind up on their attacks, so it's not too bad. All right, here's this here. Of course, you can also go up top. Hey, wait a second. Where's the secret? Do they have it so it's not always a secret? It used to always be a secret. Huh. The red birds are called buzzsaws. How many times are they going to change this? I'm never going to learn these names at this rate. Yeah, I think that's about everything I'm going to do. Okay, is there a new DLC coming? Yep, March 6th. March 6th. So, yeah. All right, floor sweepers. Got a mind distaste for those. And I can understand that. Bloodsword's only actually like 5. And this is also not too bad either. But, you know, of course, I think Health Flask is still going to be more important here. Unlock 7 more items. What else do I want to do? Gold reserves, probably good. Any one of the starting things probably going to be useful. Probably melee weapon the most, though. Maybe more than anything else. And then, Blind Faith, I don't know. I got a shield. Why not? At least on my birthday. That's a sign. We'll see. Hopefully I can finish up with this new save file stuff here before that happens. But, who knows? Maybe try and do like a daily stream or something for a little bit here. All right, first boss, Concierge. Slow, pretty predictable in terms of hits. I still got hit by him anyway. But, you know, it does have one very annoying ability. To do this. And man, this has changed so much over the course of the game overall. It's like, I remember points in time where it was so huge that you couldn't possibly roll past it. Where, like, due to the way that some of the game mechanics work, you would actually move so fast that it would be almost impossible to dodge. And, like, overall, it's just a pain. However, just kind of give them a little bit of space. That's why, you know, once again, like, tactics builds can work out really well for fighting enemies. And I suppose, you know, hey, I got Blind Faith. Let's go get the parry here. Right into doing that. And that should actually end up this fight quicker than I'm thinking. The incomplete one. Once again, with the many names that characters have. This goes down to about half health. Switches between sweep and jump. Sweep and jump. I mean, one of the easiest things to do, of course. If you want to, is... Hey, come on. I'm trying to show the people at home here. The easiest things to do is try and get him in the middle of the parry. We'll stop him like that and everything. But also any sort of crowd control will sort of prevent him from jumping. You can also, I think, just walk underneath the jump, too. Like, the hitbox actually allows that. But it's only at, like, a very, very specific point. Otherwise, you'll still get hit by it. I've had that happen, though, before. Overall, though, pretty simple boss. Definitely going to be the one that you perfect first before anything else. And that gives me 3rd rune. which just allows you access to the daily challenge. I mean, it lets you do dailies. Not the most impressive of things, of course. Still don't have recycle. But now I do have flint. I actually don't really like this item. So might remain locked for a while. Long time no see. Why make a new save? Well, I got a new DLC coming out, and I'm just like, maybe for anybody that's getting into the game with a new DLC, I can have this going on. And, yes, this is the one blueprint that actually, wait, or is there a second one? Well, it's one of the very few blueprints that appears in these time doors. You got the root grenade. Never used to like that one too much, but I've actually turned around quite a bit on it since they've improved it. Okay, so there's actually quite a few. That's the one I remember. The root grenade, formerly ivy grenade, is the one that I really remember. Hey, facing the wrong direction. Yo, dog, having so much fun with Dead Cells content. Recently got back into the game. Love having somebody else compare and get angry with this game. Even if you play it for 2,000 hours, it's still difficult. Of course, maybe that's just me. Maybe if everybody else plays it, and not gonna do this one just yet. Maybe a little bit later. Legendary Forge is, of course, the big grind of the game. So that'll probably be like an entire stream where I just go and get that entirely unlocked. But yeah. Flint is a weapon I want to love, but damage is just not good for how awkward it is. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weapons like that exist where it's just... I could just use a simpler weapon. Like, for example, all Nutcracker requires is have an enemy frozen or rooted. And that's simple. It's an easy to fulfill critical condition. But some of them ask you to do some real wacky stuff, which is... kind of frustrating. Can I actually go into the Fractured Shrines? I mean, this is a DLC area. Thought that would have kind of prevented me from doing that on my first run. And that can't really get into for right now. No, let's go with the traditional style here. Looking at you, Crowbar. Yeah. Well. That's how that goes. This area. Man, I remember when, like, pirate captains used to be one of the most powerful enemies that you could fight in the entire game. Got a bunch of different hits, whether you're in melee range, whether you are in... Learn to love those guys. Exploding bats are going to be all over the place later. But, like, yeah, they got, like, the very large sort of ranged attack. They got, like, a good melee attack, too. Decent amount of health. Now, of course, they fail in comparison to the arms race that has been some of the newer content here. I mean, even like the weirded warriors, the little crab fellows with the katanas, they just completely shut down ranged builds. You got to hit them with melee or get them with like, or hit them in very particular points in time. It's annoying regardless of how you look at it. Now, I also remember, almost got me. Always keep an eye on the edges of the screen in Dead Cells because they love to have, unlike a lot of other video games where they will kind of prevent multiple enemies from attacking you. It's like, no, you're always having something attack you from just barely off screen in Dead Cells. Whew. Legendary Flint. Yeah, I hear Legendary Flint is pretty good, but I haven't even seen a legendary item because I got hit in the boss fight. The no hit for the boss fight. Well, we'll get there eventually. Because at the very least, Concierge alone is pretty easy to do that with. Hey, Cherry. Getting the channel representation here. Okay, stop getting hit by stuff. Jeez. Hit the shrine. I don't have the ability to do anything with the shrine, though. Also, that's crossover items, Hey, Cudgel. Cudgel stuns enemies when the parry is successful. Which is, of course, good. Once again, good synergy with this item alone. All right, then. Oh, what else are we looking at? But yeah, if you hit the shrine here... No. Okay, if I get rid of nearby enemies first, and then hit the shrine, summons a few of the imps from Risk of Rain. You gotta kill them and you can unlock an outfit. But I can't do that right now because I do not have the build or the stats to make that really work. So that will go undone for now. All right, here's where affixes start to really come into play. Because, of course, the exploding bats, very little health. Will you just kill him already? Oh, there's Heart of Ice. New mutation. I didn't even mean to pick that one up. I meant to grab the cheese. But whatever. Hey, that one is one that works with that is a survival mutation. Might end up taking that. Maybe. I don't know if it really works with this particular survival build, but it's here. All right. Legendary effects are somewhat disappointing, somewhat game-changing. I mean, they are unique to the item, which is sort of what... Which, I mean, and that means that it sort of depends. It can sometimes be unique to the item, but I mean, each one of the items has their own specific unique one that they have. Even if you might see it in other affixes. We'll get into that when we actually start to see some of the things. For right now, though, I'm mostly focused on just, like, not dying in the first run that I'm doing. Which has been kind of bad. Alright, well, I mean, I guess probably should go do full clears of stuff. More often than not, I don't really feel like getting chests every single time if I already have my build mostly worked out. But, you know, you can always get money from it when you eventually get the recycle ability. I just do not have that one as of just yet. So, you know, I'm really just going to go up, maybe see if I got an upgrade for something, and then leave. It is not really an upgrade for something. Freezing enemies. Useful. Slows them down alongside stunning, but I don't know if it's particularly useful for me right now. Did see that, though. Really rather just keep the... You keep enemies stunned for longer with the wolf trap, after all. But, you know, it's like, hey, worst comes to worst. It is something potentially useful if you don't have a wolf trap. And one more. Oh, legendary stuff. All kinds of different stuff that you can get in this game depending on items. But it's like, I mean, I'm not even talking too much about affixes just yet. Especially because, you know, with the amount of them and everything, there's a lot of different things you can have on an item. And it's very difficult to try and get specific ones if you're trying to maximize your damage or whatever. No, I was already in here. Never mind then. Okay. Well, anyway. You know, they don't damage you. The imps... No, the imps don't damage you. They're just a bonus thing, but... You know, they're built with the idea that you use the risk of rain specific weapon in mind, which I don't have just yet. I don't know when you actually start getting those weapons. Because, of course... You know, at the point in time I had gotten them, I'd been using a save file that had done over 10,000 runs. Impy, bro. Alright, more survival, as always. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend always stacking into your main stat, but I'm going to do that. I mean, I would actually probably not recommend doing that, but, you know, at least when you first start now. When you know how every single enemy attacks and can be relatively sure that you're not going to be hit by it. Except for this run, apparently. Yeah, don't stun enemies with projectiles, just if they try to hit you melee style. Hey, Electric Whip. That is one of the other really super good, really super high tier weapons that you have unlocked from the very beginning. But its true potential is not going to shine until a little bit later. Right now, it's just, you know, a decent weapon. Doesn't work with my build at all, so, you know, I'm not going to be using it, but still. Keep that one in mind for later. Ooh. How to get to the weird secret area behind the level exit in the stage? I will do that eventually. It requires me to get another rune, specifically, that I'm not going to get for at least a couple more runs. And there is a certain amount of progress that is locked behind runes that you got in this game. Mostly because it's like you literally can't get to the area that that it's behind unless you have that rune. Yo, the best item in the game. There's some pretty good items in the game. I think about one that you get for finishing the true ending, which we'll see eventually, but that one might take some time. Still, though, Electric Whip is one of the best items in the game. I mean, even as a whip, it has the ability to go through shields, which can be worth a lot. Shield bearers are annoying. Well, anyway, anything else? Have I kind of covered everything, I think? No, I missed the other... Okay, I went into the same shop twice. That's a food shop. You buy food there. I'm not going to do that. Get me out of here. Yeah, you did also get the baseball bat introduced, but that one's also going to take some time to unlock. Whatever the invincibility shield, that's the force shield. No, not the force shield. What is that called? Also a good one, though. Rampart shield. Yeah, that one. Rampart. Hey, just barely enough. I should really get recycling already so that I can, get some money from all the items I'm leaving around here. Hey. Hi. Patch up the gear for cheap. Yeah, this is about the point in time that... Yeah, I know. It was about the point in time to start talking about, well, upgrades and everything. Probably worth upgrading stuff. Yeah, no, that's about it. Why not? It used to be that upgrading stuff back in the day would actually give you stats, like having it be at plus would give you one stat and everything, but not anymore. Now it's just, more of whatever it does. Damage in this case. Even though that damage you can't actually use unless you're doing damage over time. That's the only thing that actually procs that or hits from weapons. So, it's not that great, but hey, I did it anyway. Here, of course, is also where you get reforging. So, affixes. A lot of them are just does something. It does the extra damage on a bleeding target, extra damage on a stun target, extra damage on a frozen target, etc. and so on. Some of them not particularly useful. I just think about stuff like drops a grenade when destroyed. And it obviously generates a toxic cloud if you got like extra damage on a poison target. It's pretty useful. But the more interesting things are ones that give you, stuff like critical hits plus 30%. I'll take that. And each weapon type has its own unique things. Shots piercing the target for a lot of the ranged weapons are ones that I would definitely recommend getting if you can. But, anything that just, if you have poison, bleed, fire, oil, whatever, try and get something that synergizes with that. Overall, though, I know that as I start to get a little bit higher up in the difficulty, I usually go for more defensive type of stuff, whether that is affixes, whether that is mutations, rather than offensive type of stuff. But just kind of trying to pick and choose on that sort of stuff. You got a little bit of extra cash to spend is not a bad idea. Yeah, 300% after. Yeah, but it's only after parry. I would probably get something a little bit different with this. I don't know if this one has like the ability to get extra stun time, but that would probably be the one to get with Cudgel. Well, let's see. Critical hits plus, burns enemies. Biters crawl from the dead. Hey, that one's not that good. What else you got? Burns enemies, burn when they die. Absorbs. I never really hold up shields. I only ever do parries though, which is why that's not that good. Well. Yes, there's a lot of very good items in the game. We'll get them all eventually. Cudgel cannot get stun time. Dang. Because I was that is, there's like the stun grenade that can do that. I was wondering if Cudgel, since it's a stun-based item, could also get that. Not so much. Clock Tower, where you can see very clearly that Dark Souls 3 sort of background. And you can see that even on like the title screen, but see a lot better here. Okay, this is when things start to get real. So, the trackers. They're the sort of enemies that will not allow you to run away from them. If you run away fast enough, they can still kind of find themselves falling into spikes or whatever, but these, I remember, didn't used to be in this area, but they were one of the most annoying enemies when they were first introduced. Not that much anymore. Hey, do you mind? Well, here, let me get behind you, because you'll try and jump away from me. And this is what I want. Oh, yeah, baby. Get that 30% extra 30% extra stuff. That's what I'm looking for. But, yeah. I'm thinking this build is already looking a lot better. And, you know, which is good because this is a point in time that it's actually going to start to count. Of course, the other thing with the clock tower is that it does have this new enemy. This funky fellow over here. Let's actually just kind of like take him out alone. Cannibals are really annoying. They're fast. They got like that huge 3-hit combo. They've also got like a disengagement type of attack where they'll try and run away from you and throw a bomb down, which is really easy to get hit by. Oh, they are some for real enemies. I mean, yeah, after trackers, well, was like the cannibals the next really serious enemy introduced? It's like they're where problems might start coming in. Unfortunately, they do not have the same sort of ability to try and follow you by teleporting. Also invisible dudes here, the automatons, which are also annoying. At least you can kind of get a good opportunity to see where they're at first. So I would almost say first time you're coming here, run past the cannibals. Don't even try messing around with them. It's just the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But of course, they are also very vulnerable to getting parries and everything. So maybe just try and go for that. Bombardiers. Bombs that explode into bombs. They're annoying, but pretty manageable. Keep moving. Keep moving is what I would say. Of course, you got the right build here. You can still kind of take out everything anyway. Just the sheer amount of traps in this area. It's so annoying. Can't even tell you how many times I've just, especially, you know, working with curses and whatnot, just jumped into a ball and chain and just had a run end right there. Ugh. But if you're even taking it, you know, just kind of like use the second stick, look around a little bit. You'll know if you're about to jump into something stupid. Yeah, that one right there. This setup right here is the worst. Well, hey, at least at this point in time, I'm not taking too much damage from traps, so it's probably for the best. Timing isn't weird. It just heavily punishes panicking. This is Dead Cells. If you're not panicking a little bit, you're not playing the game right. It kind of really doesn't like players holding up shields or summon bonuses for doing stuff hitless. Why would anybody voluntarily take damage? There are really good builds by taking damage, and I'm probably going to show that off. I'm thinking right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up doing a different run for every single one of these runs that I do. So right now we got Nutcracker, Wolf Trap. I'll probably try to avoid doing those for a lot of the future runs for this particular save file. Dead Cells is only panicking. It is, I mean, that's the thing. It's like this game has so many things that will also punish you for like not disengaging hard enough too. So if you're panicking and you're like, I'm just going to kill the enemy before it can kill me. Nope. It is not going to work that way. There's a lot of points in time that you really just want to be like, just run, just get out of there. Just go before things get worse. All right, give me that. 3-hit combo mixed with the turning around. Yeah, the sudden turnaround. It's like always reminded me of like a old Dark Souls 2 type of stuff where people are talking about how those statues in the Tower of Hades, what is it called? Sure. Get a little bit of an upgrade here. Yeah, I mean look at the comparison here. 2 versus Nutcracker 7. Yeah, it's a significant improvement. That's why you always want to kind of grab later items before you try and go for levels on stuff. It's just, I wanted to go for a very particular build, and I'm doing that right now. Hi. Oh, I saw this enemy has a little bit of extra defense on them. What's that from, you might ask? Well, directly above me is a legendary item. It actually, if it's like a legendary item you don't want, then it's super annoying because it just buffs up enemies, and then you go and sell this thing later anyway. But here, though, legendary Wolf Trap, yes please. Freezes enemies when the effect ends. Not the most impressive of stuff, all things considered, but it is also significantly more powerful than the current Wolf Trap that I'm using. And one of the fun things with legendary items is that you can have 2 of them at once. If at least one of them is legendary. So let's go double Wolf Trap build for... Okay, that's not really... There are some weapons that are just extremely, ludicrously overpowered if you can get 2 of them at one point in time. Think about like boomerangs, for example. But Wolf Trap, not so much. Still, though, just for the novelty of it. Why not? Can you show us the bell puzzle? We can do the bell puzzle, sure. It's just one of those ones that takes so long to end up doing. But when I clear out the entire area, we can do that. Why did I get 2 of these at once? That was totally pointless. I don't want to be here for 3 days. Too bad, we're doing it. For a fun unlock. Yeah. By the way, if you're doing the bell puzzle, would highly recommend clearing out pretty much the entire level first. Trust me. You ever played Hades? I have. I think last time I played Hades, I did the 16 heat statue unlock. You know, finally did that after, you know, just kind of doing a quick return to it because I felt like it. I like that game well enough. I feel like I didn't like that game as much as, like, everybody else. Like, certainly it's pretty fun, but it is also, I don't even know what you would say. I just didn't get into it too much. All right, need this to actually finish up the area. A little bit risky. Just, you know, pretty obvious how you get that without taking damage. Well, I'm not going to say that it's like I have taken that every single time not taking damage. Let's go see one of the lore rooms. Fun stuff. What number run was it when you won for the first time? Oh, God, I couldn't even tell you. It took a while, though. Yeah, no. Thank you, Hypixian, for pinning Hades is overrated. Mod privileges. All right. I beat first zero boss all on my first try. Entirely possible. Good luck trying to do that on, you know, some of the later difficulties, though. Secrets. Well, to get another electric whip, which I'm definitely not going to be using. What a useless feature. Well, you're all going to have to deal with it. Nothing else in here, then? Legendary Thunder Shield first? Oh, that is true. Legendary items. It's like the fact that I got a Wolf Trap is actually sort of surprising because they can be literally anything in the entire game. Even items that you don't have unlocked, even items that you would need to get into an area that would be entirely inaccessible to you on like this run or any run you would happen to be doing at that time. It's weird how that works sometimes. Mod power abuse. Ah, whatever. You deserve it. Next time I'm going to ban somebody. Okay, don't do that one, though. Have I ever, like, seriously banned anyone on this channel? I don't think I have. Well, this looks like about everything I'm going to get out of this level then, right? I mean, it's a pretty good amount of stuff, to be fair, so I think we should be fine. Yeah? Trying to consider if there's anything else I want to do before running on in here. All right. When legendary items were OP, legendary items have been changed up so much trying to figure out. I mean, they're colorless, which means that they can be used with any sort of build possible. Obviously, this one is just being used with the one that I have right now. Well, like, yeah, they used to scale off of 2 stats, which was just a ludicrous sort of feature. You could get them to be so incredibly powerful. Like ones that, like, sort of weapons that would otherwise be hyper useless, suddenly becoming amazing. Oh, I forgot the bell puzzle. Yeah, you got me. I'm so disappointed right now. Yeah, okay, yeah. I did. You got me. Fine, we'll do it later. Ah. It's all talking about that and then didn't do it. All right. Start banning people for being offensive in this chat. You have to ban everyone. Still. By the way, you can hit that door open. You don't have to open it by opening it. All right. Boss number 2. The Timekeeper. You know Maria of the Clock Tower? Well, this is that sort of fight. Anyway, shields. Very good in this fight. You can parry pretty much everything. And that's sort of the easiest way to try and dodge a lot of that sort of stuff. course, like, one of the most important things is just kind of like keep a distance. And also, one of the great things about Wolf Trap is that a lot of enemies need to be facing a specific direction to hit you, and Wolf Traps will prevent that from happening. Ah, here we go. That can deal a lot of damage. However, if you have a shield, you can prevent most of that damage. And frankly, you can also prevent it just by holding up the shield, which is maybe one of the points in time that I would recommend holding up the shield more than anything else. All right. Good parries and everything thus far. Can you get into the Wolf Trap, please? Bosses, if they're in the middle of an attack, though, can still turn around. I have to get her before she starts up that attack, I think. Bah. But would you ban a car? I would. Would you ban Lightning McQueen from your chat? I probably would. I don't want him showboating around here. All right, the improved attacks here you can see being sort of a pain, but this is why this build is really good. Well, like, yeah, it is a manageable fight. It's a very fast fight, though, the first time you do it, and it's hard to really get a handle on a lot of the attacks. Oh, that's why having a shield is just so nice for this. Hey, I can actually sell stuff now. Light speed. I don't really like this item. I'm going to be honest. So we're probably not going to see too much about it. Yeah, the double item is due to being legendary. It is due to be... You can have 2 items as long as one of them is legendary. Otherwise, it's like that is something that the game tries to prevent you from doing. You can do it in a custom mode setting. You get anything better? Stuns the victim. I don't think the stun is long enough to actually get, permanent sort of criticals, but maybe I'll try it at least. I don't know. Hey, there's Shovel Knight. Can't really do anything with that right now, but it's there. Anything else? Anything else? What am I looking at? Maybe the gold reserves? I don't know. That's one that I think I could at least reasonably unlocked, so grab that and get going. What's the other area unlocked here right now? But I don't have the... Yeah, no, that's DLC town. And although I can apparently go into, like, Fractured Shrines, which is weird. Yeah. New save file? Yeah, we got new DLC coming up, so I'm thinking it's like, hey, let's do a new save file. Maybe do, like, something of a semi-guide specifically for... people that might happen to be coming in with the new DLCs. Also, it's just I like being able to make like noticeable sort of progress as you're going through the game, like actually unlocking stuff rather than just we're gonna do a casual playthrough of the game. I think it's fun. Shovel Knight again. Took 3 days off work so the wiki comes out. Yeah, I might take a day off work just for like, hey, let's play Dead Cell DLC all day. I've done that with a few other DLCs. Is that like a bear in the big blue house character? Is that the one? Is that what I'm thinking of? I've never seen that one before. Anyway. What's part you're most excited about with DLC? For me personally, it's music. Music's probably going to be a lot of bangers. I mean, already Castlevania has a lot of bangers, and it's just like I'm interested in seeing what they eventually do with that. Oh boy, less playing, more perusing the game files. Oh, you're gonna dive deep in there. King size for a king. All right, so what's your favorite part of the Cars movies? No. Anyway. All right. Still going to be checking out each one of the lore rooms. I don't have those, like, turned off or anything, do I? I know you can turn off lore rooms. I don't, though, because I still like having them on regardless. Whatever. No, okay. I don't have them disabled or the cutscenes or anything. Because, like, at least for this, I'm going to be checking out every one of them if we're doing, like, a new save file and everything. Very ominous. I wonder indeed. Anyway, my favorite part of the Cars movies is when the red British car gets turned into a dead cube. What? Wait, is that a thing that happens? Do they go full on like a brave little toaster? Because that would be something. All right, these enemies are annoying. They're also using all weapons that you can find elsewhere in the game. This being the War Spear, which I might end up unlocking at some point in time. You also got the Broadsword up here, which used in a way that you definitely cannot do. Yeah, they can hit all around, including like above and below you. This is kind of a tricky area, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the easiest thing to try and get through. This is definitely one of those areas you might want to end up taking a bit slow. Because without them, you can run away from them. These guys will not stop to pursue you to the ends of the earth yet. But, you know, it can still be sometimes easier said than done. Every single time you do anything, they've got some sort of attack that can even like attack you through the walls and whatnot. Oh, now that's a good one. Hayabusa gauntlets. Wow, might be seeing that in a future run here. Maybe, we'll see when. Poggers indeed. Okay, you can stun enemies by hitting them hard enough, of course, and I was trying to do that there. I think it worked. Okay. Cars 2 is a cheap ripoff of The Man Who Knew Too Little. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was. It was like some spy movie sort of thing. Of course, these guys right here, the Royal Guard, are some of the most annoying, because they will also go invincible in a lot of their attacks for a pretty decent amount of time, it feels like. So if you got take out the big guns for them. And you got a bunch of mini bosses in here. Fight all 3 for a prize. Well, 4 technically, since this is 2 mini bosses. They're still the same as the regular enemies. Used to have weird gimmicks associated with them that didn't really appear anywhere else in the game. I don't think that's the case anymore, if anybody wants to correct me. But still, they were, used to be a little bit more difficult even. Alright, Hades is no longer overrated. Hey, we did it, everybody! Supergiant, very happy right now, I'm assuming. Their game is currently rated properly. Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon 2 is going to be coming is going to have like the 1.0 update soon, isn't it? Or is it just like another big update? I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe I'll actually go check out that game, finally. I was sort of waiting for it to get a few more updates. As much like the original Darkest Dungeon, I think it's probably going to be best after that. Worth it? Nah. I like what I got now. Cudgel, though, maybe. Flicks 300%, poisons. I mean, that's probably better. Why not? Okay. They used to? I don't think they do anymore. Okay, let's go for the next mini-boss here. Over in the laboratory area. The previous area. I used to have specific names for every one of these areas as I was going through them, and I can't remember what I called them anymore. But anyway, like the previous one is the ossuary. This is the laboratory, and then there's also a third one. Each with their own cool little aesthetic stuff to them. Yeah, see, it's a good build. It's a good build. Use this build. Man, I cannot remember. I cannot remember what I called them. Ah, dang. I missed that. Ah. Well, at least you can parry that pretty easy if you get caught up in that dude's rhythm. But still, I would prefer just not to be hit by the guards here regardless. I mean, like, yeah, you can do it. I'm not going to say that's good, but you can do it. And here we are, finally, in the Botanic. Arboretum? I guess I'll call it the Arboretum. I can't remember. I miss having those idiosyncratic names. They were fun. But like then I started to go to the castle less because their alternate areas and everything started to open up. Ah, well. Oh, you actually got something. I don't see that a whole lot. All right, well, that was easy. Whoa. Valmont's with, speaking of Castlevania style stuff. Oh, chat, what do you think? What are you thinking? Also, Cars. Yeah, I don't even. I think I saw the first Cars. That's all I've seen. Do it? Yes. Okay, but only for you. Whips are fun. It's a critical right on the end of it, which is really surprising to get. It was surprisingly difficult to get to. This is what I always call a skill weapon, more than like a, as opposed to some of the normal weapons, which just kind of scale off of, hey, do you have a critical or whatever your stats are or whatever. This one you have to position yourself just perfectly to get those critical hits. Critical hits are pretty powerful when they get off. There's a weapon from Transistor. I also played that game on the channel. Speaking of, again, Supergiant games. Skill weapon reason I never use it, and I totally understand that. Some skill weapons are easier than others to kind of get working, but this one is one of the more frustrating ones. I think they have extended the hitbox to be a little bit more friendly, but still, the fact that it is legendary too, and also does quite a bit of damage, just even with this the single regular hit. With the Transistor, yes. Good game, by the way. I'll be honest. Actually probably prefer Transistor to Hades, because Transistor had such a fun, unique battle system to it and everything. I really loved playing that game. I always meant to go back and do some like the challenge stuff, but never did. It was a good game though. Hey, if you like Hades, go check out Transistor. Highly recommend it. Also maybe like Bastion and everything. Just go to Empire and just go play everything. It's all good. Got Hades 2 coming out eventually, don't we? I'm gonna play it, obviously. Because, like, Hades, even if I'm just like, I didn't like it as much as everybody else, still a really good game. Still a fantastic game. Still. Have you played Pyre? I did. I played it on stream. I probably made a lot of decisions vis-a-vis sending people home that are gonna be that would make people mad. Hey, the sword and Transistor without it would have been... Really? I like the sword. I didn't hate the sword at all. Alright, neato. Reveal myself that I don't watch you 24/7. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones... That was one of those stream-only sort of games. Like, whatever, I wasn't taking too much damage. See, having a survival build also means that, you can take a lot of damage, which is pretty good. Well, yeah, that was one of those stream-only games. Like like I did with Control, or... There he is. He's doing it. Like I did with Control or with Spiritfarer. But, gonna be doing Middens soon enough, so... If you like weird RPG Maker games, look out for that one soon. Well, got all 3 keys, so along with being able to get into the next area proper, can also go back here. Get maybe another wolf trap. I mean, 100% I'm burning oil, but I don't have oil. I'm just going to get rid of it. Well. Yeah, it's like we need you in here to be moderating after all. Although there is a blueprint here, I have no ability to possibly get it right now. Which is too bad. I like that item. The boomerang. Well. It's fine. We'll do it at some other point. Look, you still get a stat and everything. And a couple extra items. Money, if nothing else. It's pretty worthwhile, right? Let's die trying to get the blueprint without the necessary runes. I mean, we could. We can certainly do that. We could certainly make that sort of poor decision in our life. Oh, not quite enough. Still, though, good item. Good item. That's the punch item. So many feet item. That it was kind of a surprise to see that eventually come out. And then it was terrible. It felt like super janky and weird in how it was used. Of course, since has been significantly improved. But we'll do that later. Can use the bubble from the teleport to run through the spikes? Yeah, but how would I get up on top of the pillar there? All right. Final boss. At least for run 1. There are also many more final bosses left to go. Let's do it. Hand of the king. I'm ready. This guy. Pretty big sort of wall when it comes to first playing the game. However, like I said, Nutcracker does work. He does not stay frozen for very long, But he stays frozen for long enough to... He stays frozen for long enough to at least get a couple hits off, even with the Nutcracker. And of course, there's like the different phases and whatnot, which are all annoying on their own. Having to deal with elites and whatnot, which can really wear down your health while doing this. However, if you can get one of the enemies to fall on top of him, it does a lot of damage. So, I'm not going to say that's worth trying to do, but it's something you can do. But yeah, there's so many little attacks that this guy has that are just so obnoxious because very, very little telegraphing done before it. It's kind of hard to like give some good advice here. There are like specific builds that work better than others, but God, a lot of it really is just like, you know, get good. Ah, come on now. But yeah, really try not to use the platforms on the side too much, but it is very useful for, you know, like wait, see what he does for an attack, and then jump up on top of here, get a couple hits in. I mean, even like his, you do get like brief invincibility when you have a shield equipped, and his 3-hit combo is just slow enough to make sure that he hits you with all 3 of those hits. It's annoying. It's a rough boss. Not gonna sugarcoat it here. But at the same time, with a good enough build, you can still blitz him down faster than he can. You can just DPS race him. And maybe that might be something worth doing if you're really struggling. I mean, I'm sure if you've played this game the first time and you're like, wow, you're really not taking a whole lot of damage. This is the power of having a survival run and like building entirely into survival. On top of that, I also do, of course, have the... You have some stuff like the YOLO mutation, which will allow me to, yeah, take even more damage on top of that, and, you know, everything like that. Don't jump up there too fast. It's slower than it might seem. And there we go. Still done pretty well. I love the hand. He's a rough boss, though. I mean, I think that this dude just alone is quite the wall for a lot of people. And there's New Game +1. There it is, everybody. And then we also got Telluric Shock. It's alright. It's alright. Don't hate it. But Symmetrical Lance. A very special Symmetrical Lance. We did it, everybody. How do I get that secret outfit? I don't even remember. Yes, and then there's the credits, which it takes way too long to actually understand that they are just continuously looping over and over. So let's get into that. We saved the city, Patrick. I love this little thing. Whee! Can I? No. Well, don't get me wrong, Symmetrical Lance is great, but so is my cool Valmont's Whip. But yeah, still same sort of abilities that I had previously. And do stuff like and do stuff like climb on the wall because I'm so sticky and whatever. Not that it really matters too much. Whee! And there's also this over here. I mean, I don't even have hands, so not too much I'm going to be doing with that. But, yep. That is run number 1. Successful, because I'm a cool gamer that knows how to play video games. Tutorial finished. Yeah. Whoo, boy. And yeah, I guess that'll be probably good for the beginning here. Hey, look, it was a successful run. Oh, and I also got the bank, too. Right. That's just fun by itself. And boss rush. For the couple of bosses that I have introduced right now. And I mean, you unlock a lot of different stuff when you beat the game for the first time, don't you? It's weird because, you know, of course. Oh, and also this. It's weird because, of course, you know, it's like a lot of this content took years to come out the first time. Kind of funny to think that. But that should do it. That should do it for a first episode. Try out a different type of build next time, is what I'm thinking. All right, now time to go right on to the second episode. Who's ready for that? But first off, I am going to take at least like a little bit of a break here. Just give me 1 second here. Just all that. Binge watching. Why not? It's like this. We could just go right on to episode 2, right? Like, anybody against that? Real Super Mario starts here. All right, but not at all. Yes, no, next episode right now. I mean, we might as well do it because I'm up for doing another episode. I don't know if you know this, but just talking about like, hey, here's the basic strategy for the game is actually really easy to do in terms of content. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go get some water real quick and then we'll do that. Here, have the bird on screen. I didn't make a special Dead Cells one for this. Maybe I should. It's the Tunic bird. It's the bird dressed up like the protagonist of Tunic. How do you, like, have you people not been watching Tunic? Really? But yeah, each one of these episodes is probably going to be posted separately on the YouTube channel. You know, for that entire thing. No, I don't want to be spoiled. Fair enough. There are a lot of spoilers. It's Tunic's monster. Tunic was the doctor. Ah, yes. Of course. It's Dr. Tunic Steen. Okay, well, anyway. All right, let's get on to episode 2, I guess. We're just going to do this now. All right, starting this up then in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, the first run went pretty well. I mean, I did, you know, unlock most of the things that I was sort of hoping to, especially like custom mode and everything. Look at all of those items. And some outfits too. I mean, I guess I'll probably end up just... Why not? Don't have to do any sort of like specific outfits, I think, to suit the run or anything. And even right now, with everything mostly locked, I'm just gonna... Let's just keep it as it is. But the other thing was that I wanted to... let's try that. Chimkin. Spoil myself on most of the games I play by watching lore videos for them. Oh yeah, man, you'd probably get like a lot of stuff. I don't have people done like lore videos for Tunic? Are there lore? Is there lore in Tunic? Snowman or GTFO? Ugh. All right. How are we starting this one out? Maybe what I'll do is I'll do like a... Yeah. There is big lore. You know, it's when I get the memo pages, right? It's gotta be. I was talking about that previously, but it's just like I mean, I guess there is lore. I just can't translate the lore page just yet. Start with acting like it was a week between recording. That's a dumb idea. Okay, I'm gonna do that. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. No, I'm not going to do that. That's too stupid. My first playthrough of Hyper Light Drifter, I'm going to try to refrain from watching a lore video before I beat it. Oh, Hyper Light Drifter's got some wacky stuff in it, too. That was the first game that had a cipher in it that I played. So, you know, that's just something by itself. You act like it's been a year since the last episode. Oh, it's this game now. I've never played this before. Or have I? Does anybody remember this one? Anyway, it seems like I started up a new save or something last time. Okay, it's been 3 years, Luigi. Do the homemade dried fruit liquor. Okay, what am I doing? All right. Okay, the accident wasn't your fault. Dead Cells hasn't been the same since the boat accident. But anyway, Dead Cells, we haven't heard that name in over 10 years. Mario Mode Necklace Run when the Mario movie comes out. Oh my god, no. I refuse. Best outfit, festive outfit, of course. It's the bestive outfit. Still, the boat accident is the official name of the lighthouse, and I don't think that was an accident. Okay. All right. Let's start this up. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. Wow, it's been a lot of great feedback on that first episode, so I think I'm definitely going to be continuing on with doing the whole sort of semi-tutorial type of runs here. And that last episode went pretty well, so although I don't really have too much to unlock for any sort of custom mode things, I think that, yeah, I'm at least going to do random outfits. I don't have a ton of them right now, but hey, get something a little bit different for each area I get into, right? Especially the winter outfit. All right, let's start this one up here. Obviously in custom mode, because like I said, custom mode, the game is built around custom mode. And as I'm now going to start to be using these STEM boss cells, the new difficulty, that's going to become very apparent. All right. Also, get also get one of the new outfits here. I think this is the one that I unlocked last time, right? So, reduces the number of health fountains, lets you acquire the next boss stem cell, improves the forge. I would probably say play the game on 0 cell mode for a few more times before you want to try and tackle this one, but I think I can do it. And here's where all of the DLC stuff opens up too. Which, no, I just started. Really now? Put us in the vid? No, never. Only gameplay. Meet me in the sewers. What sewers? I've never even been to the sewers. Wow, it is funny how many things just kind of open up when you beat the game on your first try here. Bunch of stuff for getting the many outfits for the crossover updates. No gameplays, only memes. Well, you come to the right place. Skull. Yeah, Curse of the Dead Gods playing this right now. Really like that game. I didn't ever end up doing the full playthrough of the. I didn't end up doing the full playthrough of like the multiple levels of difficulty on stream, but I did do that on my own. Really like that game. Which Strange Shrines. We did see that a little bit last time. Right before, of course, I did completely and totally forget to do the whole bell puzzle. Which, well, maybe we'll end up doing it this time. I got no idea. Alright. Then also get you down here. Hey! The new doctor. I see. That makes a lot of sense. Custom mode is awesome for getting rid of filler weapons, but if I did custom mode, I wouldn't know how cool. I mean, I guess. But the thing is, you would also see legendary items that... legendary items are also included in ones that are unlocked, the ones that you don't have unlocked and everything. It's sort of ridiculous, the amount of items you can see as legendary before you have any ability to see them in the regular game. I see. In other words, it does take quite a while to start getting some of these, but they are quite powerful. In fact, Toxin Lover here is just extremely good. When you start to get less healing flasks, oh my, the ability to have healing just kind of on demand, depending on what sort of items you're using, is incredible. However, of course, since I am still trying to unlock boss cells and everything, we are not going to be doing that for now. But since I did also unlock this, let's do one of the daily runs. You do actually need to do these to, you know, get some stuff unlocked. So why not? I generally don't end up doing a lot of the daily runs, and no multiplayers for me. Did I? Whatever. When did I activate the assist mode? Well, anyway, yes, I was saying it's like you do get stuff unlocked here, so I'm gonna at least do it a few times, but no multiplayer for me. I hate multiplayer. I don't like competing with stuff. I'm too timid of a person. All right, anyway. So, I mean, yeah, there's a few different things. Yeah, that's actually going to be one of the big things to do in this next run, which is unlock even more of the various runes that exist. There is, of course, one that I'm looking for more than anything else. Well, you know, one of the things with daily mode is that before you have everything unlocked, this does, of course, give you a good preview of a lot of items. I was talking about how, let's say, legendary mode allows you to sometimes see items that you have yet to unlock. Well, this is a much more consistent and easy way of doing that. So, there is that, of course. And I'm not going to maximize my points or anything. We're just going to go for the boss, because I think that is... I mean, that's all I really need to do to unlock things, after all. That said, literally killing an enemy as the sword flies through my body ineffectively is... You know, I'll take what I can get, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yep. Oh, no, never mind. I was doing well there for a moment. Clickbait, this Dead Cells uses assist mode. This is a single player game. Who would even fault you for doing that? By the way, once again, it's like I've said this before, I'll say it again. Lie, steat, and chill your way through playing this game. Do not have any shame when it comes to using stuff like assist mode and whatnot, because seriously, it's like the game's already hard enough. It's like I always say this, just like the more important thing is that it's like if the difference is between you actually playing this game or just completely dropping it because it's totally unfun, use assist mode to try and create something enjoyable out of the game. Okay. Ranted about this so very much. Ooh, there we go. Another with some of the crossover items with the pure nail there, which I do like as an item. Maybe I'll go take that. What do you got? I mean, at full HP, probably not going to happen anytime soon here. Yes. Nerds on the internet. Why do nerds on the internet care about if you're how hardcore of a gamer you are? Who would do that? Who would just go on the internet and like insult people because they're not hardcore enough of a gamer? Really? Surely nobody around here would ever do that sort of thing. Chat. Anyway, yeah, it's time trial. It is we are currently in daily mode for the unlocks, because like I said, I'm far too and I got hit by my foot got hit regardless. I'm far too timid to actually truly try and be competitive about anything in my entire life. All right, here we go. And the boss every single time, a souped up version of the concierge. It's like all the basic abilities right off the bat. I don't think there's any other ones that appear as like a mini boss. It's always just this one. I do not really remember because like I said, I hardly ever play on the daily. But still though, I think that went pretty well. Yep. And there we are. Swift Sword for finishing 1 time. There are 3 in total. But we will get that when the time comes. Daily mode is just another thing they add to the game and never updated. Yeah. That was pretty consistent how it works. Stop that. Stop telling me about my assist mode. All the nerds on the internet are going to get mad at me for not being a hardcore enough gamer. You cheated the game, not only... I want to play XCOM at some point in time on stream. I own XCOM 2. Got that when I was playing... Symmetrical Lance. But probably not going to be what I end up using, but still cool. Yeah, got that when I was playing... Although... Yeah, let's make this. This is the run this time. We're doing tactics. Like I said, I want to do something a little bit different for each one of these runs, so sure. Isn't that the ninja tweet? No, that wasn't the thing. He said something totally... He said something else dumb. Oh, is this also already a legendary? Neato. Why secondary weapon? Because I'm not going to use the secondary weapon. That's why it's there. Oh, come on. Well, anyway, no. That's like when you cheat in... Okay, this might be what I was thinking of last time with the cudgel. It's like you get the stun duration for the legendary. There you go. Anyway, I'm going to finish my thought here. No, that was XCOM. I got that when I was playing Invisible Ink. Okay, and I want to play that on stream at some point in time. There we go. I said the words. The words came out of my mouth. Oh, jeez. All right. That is the XCOM message for when you cheat in the game. There you go. Jeez. Now then. All right, so you get range. It goes through shields. The electrifying effect spreads damage to other enemies. It tracks onto enemies, so even if they're above and below you, they'll still get hit by this weapon. It's like the electrification also does damage over time as well as damage to nearby enemies. It is really a full package type of thing. This is a great weapon, and it can also synergize very nicely with, hey, fire grenade. It can also synergize very nicely with some other buffing weapons too, which I don't have unlocked right now, but eventually, I'm sure. All right, but yeah, that's why Electric Whip is one of those real top tier sort of weapons. Highly recommend to take into a run. However, the problem is, of course, as I was saying, is that, you don't have the thing to fully buff it out, and, it does also come with the downside of significantly less health over the course of the run. Still, though, it is still very good. It is a very, very incredibly good weapon. Oh, yeah, also, there is also the entire thing, and this is like one of the perfect times to actually show this off because it goes right through. All whips go through shields, and that includes one that is made out of electricity. So just do this over and over. Trivial. All right. But then aside from that, of course, in one cell mode, things are starting to get more difficult. You're getting a wider variety of what they like to call out-of-depth enemies starting to appear all around here. But in addition to that, everything takes more damage, everything deals more damage, etc. and so on. And of course, it scales pretty hard. This is only first boss cell of 5. So look forward to that. It's like, yeah, if you thought, zero cell difficulty, yeah, I mean, it was decent. Oh, it gets much worse. Do you mean you take less damage? Did I say that you no, yeah, you take more damage. Enemies deal more damage. I will stick with that. Okay. I mean, the thing is you can actually kind of like cancel yourself out of going up the ledge by attacking immediately. Super advanced techniques for your viewing pleasure. These guys, knife throwers, invisible. The weapons deal damage over time to you, which is a lot of fun. I think that's the only enemy that does that. So look forward to that if you get hit by it. I haven't taken any damage, so maybe just go over here and sell this. Enemies take less damage and they deal more damage. Okay, there. I said it. The words, they happened. More difficult. All right, anyway. Well, Let's go into the sewers. I mean, there's no reason not to hit up every single new area possible, right? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, and then there's also the fun electric thing of... Oh, yeah, also secret. Hey, right here. Get me Spite. Which is not something I'm going to use too much, but for completion's sake. Well, anyway, enemies also take critical damage, even if the weapon can otherwise not deal critical damage if they're in water or, well, sludge, as the case is here. All right, I mean, still scales with tactics, so sure. Not my favorite sort of. Obviously, the combination I think works a little bit better with survival weapons, but I do believe that you still get like the buff up from like hitting enemies, the extra DPS from enemies when you're hitting them with the electric whip if you're using the wolf trap. So there's that. All right, anything else I want to get? Is there anything that would work particularly well with this item? Okay, I don't know why all of those are there, but anyway. Those should not be appearing until I actually do it, but I guess it's per game, not per save file. How about that? Whatever. I guess it makes it less you know, pressure to actually get to get those achievements on this save file as well. Give me recycling. Wait, what? Oh, I know about as much as you. Upgrade that. On poison, do I have poison? I do have generates toxic cloud. This also does poison when... Yeah, okay. Seems like a good combo. In the meantime, support's always very... You know, I'm just going to take support. A lot of things for tactics are based around giving you extra DPS. There's not a ton of defensive type of stuff, which kind of goes with the whole... not nearly as much health that you have. Glass cannon-y sort of build. Nice, great. This is what happens when you only have like three outfits unlocked. All right. I mean, in Hyper Light Drifter, I always use the shotgun for pretty much everything because shotgun's great. I mean, I guess it's like if you don't have that though, railgun probably a little bit better. Chain guy, yep. Because we are getting the second, third, no, fourth rune now. Usually you're not expected to beat the game in one go. I think that's pretty obvious. Is there any lore? Yeah, you do actually. There is a lore room that you get after this entire saga that kind of the sort of completes the story. Came out years and years after that entire thing. But you do get a little bit of lore. All right, enemies popping up from the ground. Annoying. Oh, actually, you know what? That is the other enemy that does damage over time. The knife throwers and the scorpions will both poison you to be very annoying. So kind of keep an eye on that. Also, ooh. Well, sort of hoping for more of my main stat, but whatever. This is definitely the sort of build that you probably don't want to build entirely into your main stat, but I feel confident in my ability to kind of take this out. You'll also believe that, yes, you can see the little sword icon above my head, or non-existent head, as it were. And that means that I am getting benefit from... one of the mutations to give me extra damage. Also, the arrow means that I got a speed buff. Kill X amount of enemies in a short amount of time, you get extra speed. It's not super important, but it is nice to have. Yeah, here's where the whole, like, area of effect ability on the electricity also comes in. These rats get taken out like nothing. Well, yeah, speed buff. There are a few mutations that synergize well with it, but overall it's one of those things that's just like, hey, yeah, are you moving fast? Well, here's something to get you moving even faster. I like it, but it's hardly essential. The Swift Sword that I unlocked from the daily update, that is the one thing that really works super well with it, because that's how you get criticals from that weapon. By having the speed buff active. Oh, come on. I was so close, because you actually can parry the dumb electricity bars that get thrown out of these elites, but... Oh, there we go. Works for me. Anyway. Well, anyway, what was I talking about here? Oh, I mean, when I was playing Hyper Light Drifter specifically, what I would always do, I mean, and you can see this in like the original playthrough that I did on the channel back in the old days when I had the bad microphone and I didn't develop radio voice yet. Multiple Nox bows, but also not too bad, but I got kind of a build I'm working with. Pretty much what I did was if I could get in melee range, I was using melee, but if I couldn't get in melee range, I was shooting them with a gun. So it was always this sort of combination. Here we are. It was always this sort of combination of like, melee, back off when they start to attack, gun, and then repeat over and over. When you're doing like the no upgrade boss rush, that was a good strategy. It's pretty good. The 3 damage pistol and the railgun setup, yeah, the one you get from Hanged Man, it's good. Oh, I might actually be able to... What if I just, like, throw this down? No. I tried. These dudes are too fast. Well, I mean, I suppose them running directly through enemies when they got the damage over time debuff on them kind of did help a little bit, but no, I'm not going to be able to get the outfit anytime soon, I think. Oh, yeah, right. Still don't have that active. It's so weird playing the game when you have so few things activated. But anyway, you can see why this is a pretty useful sort of build here, right? It's like range alone means that so many enemies are going to have a hard time actually hitting you. And then combine that with all of the other really helpful things that you get out of using the electric whip. Even though it has a little bit low base damage, all things considered, it's still quite good. All right. What else here? Why is there a CBT copy pasta? Because this is the internet, and we love our cognitive behavioral therapy around here. One of the many, many ways that the disease that killed everyone on this island might have been created. There's actually quite a few explanations for that, of which I don't think any of them have been made specifically canon over the course of the game here. Right, all right, well, as always. I don't think it's the best idea to try and stack into a single thing here, but it should work. All right. Slowly but surely whittle down a few enemies around here and take whatever sort of food they happen to drop. Works for me. All right. Makes your balls hurt. Yeah, exactly. What? Yep. The rune. Yeah, it's like that classic Daft Punk song, P is stored in the balls. Malaise is stored in the balls. Okay. And another boss. If you didn't beat the entire game, this would be the second boss. A pretty scary one. Slashers overall are difficult enemies to try and deal with, and this is certainly no exception, especially when they get extra health and everything, unless you have a very good build. Good old Wolf Trap. It will really take you through a lot of the early game. Because again, these enemies need to be facing you in a particular way to be able to attack, and slashers are no exception. Well, there's ramparts. And yeah, hey, it's me. Yeah, real impressive. I did. And like I said, we do actually get follow-up on this eventually. Hopefully I can find that a little bit later on. Well, like, yeah, that was always where it ended for a very long time. Well, anyway, is there anything else I can do? I mean, I do have, teleport coffin ability now. So, yeah. All right. Oh, God. Aren't the balls cells like anti-malaise? No, they're magic. They're just magic, really. That's why, you can, like, forge items that appear all over the island with them and everything. Big alchemy component to the storyline in the Cells of the Dead End. Ones that I might dive into at some point in time when we start to instead of talking about like Mario lore or something like that, what if we just talked about Dead Cells lore? Wouldn't that be interesting for once? Thing of Malaise was caused by Hitler's wacky pack of magic carnival cards. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're for the DLC, but we can still talk. Hey. Back in the day when this was still in early access and didn't have a proper ending, this guy would just be like, hey, we don't have an ending, so I'm just gonna kill you with one of my tentacles and you're gonna go back to the start of the game. And that's what we got. And they eventually made him into a proper character in the game. Yes, in other words, only at the beginning of the castle area. And maybe I will, or maybe I'll be going into a different area this time. Sort of hard to say. Still plan to try and check out every one of the areas possible before we start. Canvas the entirety of every area in the game, and then from there try and start, focusing the search on individual things that I'm trying to look for. But here, I think I've pretty much done everything in this area that I can. Looking like it. So, get out of here. Dang. Allow the sin into your heart. What are you talking about? Game actually knows we got into that phase of development and apologizes for killing you only in that case. Yeah, I remember that when that first happened. Oh, man. This is ridiculous. This game is dumb. Anyway. Now then. Nothing. I unlocked nothing in that last area, did I? Well, is there any other good weapons? No, and there's all like the flawless boss outfits, which while fun, not... I guess I'm kind of glad that you don't have to do that for every single save file, but still, it's weird to have that show up in my, hey everybody, for when you're playing the game for the first time, oh, here's all the flawless boss outfits, so y'all know how cool I am. We don't have to pay attention to that anyway. What else are we looking at here? I don't know. Instinct, this weapon has no criticals unless you get enemies in water, but that's not happening. Combo, even if I'm not really building into... brutality. 16% is 16%. Nah, it's really not that good. Hunters, sure. Let's just do that. At least that scales with tactics. Flexing should be allowed. I'm not here to brag to you. I'm here to help you play the game as you're doing it for the first time. Come on. This is supposed to be a guide, but not like a real guide, but like sort of a semi-guide. A DLC is announced where he's one of the main characters. I mean, yeah, it's like the Queen of the Sea DLC, sort of like that. Here we go. Here's the outfit that we all wanted to see. Little stick arms and everything. Sinian's totally poggers. Hey, I will not allow devil worship in my stream. Do you mind? Ban everybody that's worshiping the devil around here. If I see one devil emoji, you're getting banned. Anyway. A guide, but if I get something wrong, I can call it a semi-guide. Yeah, exactly. No, it's a casual playthrough for the game, but I'm also talking about various strategies and, like, we're checking out the lore and everything. I think there's something to be said about that. I think there's a lot of people that would enjoy that sort of thing. Man. This guy with the exploding crossbow. Very annoying. But, I mean, hey, we are talking about, like, one cell mode and everything here, so... Of course, they're going to be appearing a lot. That's a Tengu mask emoji. I think... No, I'll accept that one. I'm disgruntled to see it, but I'll accept it. Anyway. That's one of the things that I just get used to doing an awful lot in the game. Constantly checking the map. Because it takes just a second, and then, you have a much better idea of what you've looked at, what you haven't looked at. I don't know if it's something that I would definitely end up suggesting to do all the time. Unless you're the sort of person that, like, knows what to look for on the map at every single occasion. Still. I feel like, yeah, like, looking at that, if you're watching this for the first time, might be kind of weird. Anyway. All right. One of my friends, I can't under words. Anyway. Ugh. Snowman was murderous soul and in infected lives, moved north and south pole forever. I'm a real Jack Frost type of character, but not the Jack Frost where it was not the family-friendly Jack Frost, the horror movie Jack Frost, which is always super weird as a kid seeing that in like the video rental stores, because I grew up in a time where there were video rentals. And it's just like, yeah, there's like a horror movie version of this, and then there's like a movie where a jazz man died, and then to be with his family was turned into a snowman or something. Does anybody know what I'm talking about here? Winter Guardians of the Globe, the what? Anyway, what have you eaten since last stream? I think what did I have? I had oh yeah, I went to Taco Bell and I got a bean burrito and of course a large Baja Blast with no ice, because I want the most soda possible. But it's like that's all I've had today. So, hey, introduction into challenge rifts. All right, these things present an obstacle course, which is pretty challenging, but at the same time too, also always gets you an extra stat, as well as money and cells and just a lot of stuff. These are almost always worth doing, in my opinion. However, dying in them is pretty embarrassing. No, but your incoherent ramblings are strangely calming. We can talk a lot about Taco Bell. I mean, certainly, you can probably go talk that series that there's also Caltrips in here. Or Crow's Foot. Because that's what they're called in I was going to say Japanese. That's what they're called in French. It's the literal translation for the French. French name for them. How do you guys see these secrets? 2,000 hours of playing the game. More or less. It's one of those things where it's just like, I have my eyeballs are like, probably looking like a chameleon's or something, constantly like looking at every single part of the screen for this sort of stuff. All right. Yeah, the series that I did on... There we go. Series that I did on Horizon Zero Dawn, I think we just said was pretty much Taco Bell, the series where we talk about Taco Bell. That's Talko Bell. Because you can't read what I said. Thought I was a bird. I mean, I am. I mean, it's just as seen right here in my cosplay for Tunic. I should have one made for... I should have one made. I should go and spend 5 seconds doing a bad Photoshop time for Dead Souls at some point here. For my cool crow avatar, before I eventually, as we all one day will, transform into a VTuber. It's gonna happen. Like, look, we don't want it to happen, but I'm gonna become a VTuber eventually. You all know this. We all know this. I know this. It's not gonna happen yet, though. Soon. Right, can't do anything with that just yet. Do it. Google crappy Jamboard jobs? Crappy Google Jamboard jobs. What is a Jamboard? I've never even heard of that. Is this like Google's freelancing service? Instant unfollow to any VTuber. Oh boy. Well, have your hand over the unfollow button in the future, because you know it's going to happen. Now, I have no plans to ever do that. It's going to happen. But anyway. Google Jamboard? I don't know what Jamboard is. Like I said, it sounds like Jamboard is the place where it's just like, hey man, you got a jam that you need done? Put it up on Google Jamboard. That sort of thing. That's base 2 snails are yummy. Oh, after somebody complained so much about me not having my snail ring in Lunacid, now we're talking about eating them, eh? Is this how my Lunacid series is being repaid? Lunacid's a good game, go play it. Anyway. Or watch my series on it. It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's like a project thing? Huh. Easy way to make online projects. Huh. Oh, hey, here we go. Actually, this is super good. This is perfect. Double crossbow-matic, one of the top tier, toppy tippy toppest tier sort of tactics items out there, and one of my favorite to be using. After all, turrets, good. And you know, this weapon, already a great tactics weapon. Oh man, I'm so glad to see that. That's all even like a rare blueprint. That's not a common drop. Nice. I'm gonna go unlock that ASAP. Anything else I can do in here first though? Nope. Looks like it, well, no, I can't get down there. Nope, looks like it's pretty much the same as it ever was. But hey, they actually opened up the thing this time. Poisons the enemy. Not bad, but also not great. Hoo boy. I put Nutella in my macaroni and regularly dip pizza in milk. I mean, I eat pizza with ranch sauce, so I really can't talk either. You know, it's funny. I have never had Nutella before. I'll say it. Yeah. I've literally never had Nutella. I know what it is. It's a hazelnut spread with it's a chocolate hazelnut spread. Nice. It's only 5 too. What? I know. It's like I don't know why. But it's not like my parents ever shied away from getting unhealthy things or whatever. It's just they never got Nutella, and then as an adult I just never had Nutella. It's weird. I don't really like it's such a common thing. I hear people talking about it all the time and I'm just like, you know, I've never had it. Just never happened. That's sad. Maybe I should just go get it at some point in time. I mean, everybody loves it. Everybody talks about how great it is. It's just hazelnut butter with chocolate in it. Maybe like it's sweetened too, but you know, why not? What else you got? Generates toxic cloud. I'll take it. I kind of want to keep the poison though. And can I maybe get the stun target? I don't have stun. Nah. Yeah, you risk the money. It didn't pay off. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Tranquility is for long range weapons. Not going to be very useful here. And to be honest, you're always so like jam-packed into small areas in like boss fights and everything. The tranquility, it feels like it's never as useful as you want it to be. You can substitute it with any other hazelnut chocolate spread thing. I've never had any hazelnut chocolate spread thing before. Okay, now I guess I'll take... Well, Vengeance is always a pretty good take, too. Because you're probably going to get hit at one point in time or something. Blind Faith. You know, Blind Faith would probably be the other one, right? I do have a shield. Just trying to figure out exactly what it is. Tranquility is a 0 boss cell mutation. I mean, you can use it on anything. Because it's... You can snipe enemies from any distance. But, you know. It's not like the most useful thing. Anyway, I was also saying, oh yeah, New Pilk just dropped pizza with pizza instead of Pepsi. Actually, on that point, there was something I want to do a PSA here. So I did talk about, look at how good this is. Look at how good of a build this is. Look at how good of a build this is. But anyway, yeah, I did talk about back in you know, the middle of winter. Yeah, I got it. Late sort of December, how Pepsi was promoting Pepsi Milk. Well, unfortunately, and I hate to say this to everybody, there's a new type of Pepsi out there. It is Peep Pepsi. Peepsy, if you will. A marshmallow flavored cola. I saw it in a gas station. I might have to go get it. You said that last stream? Yeah, I know, but there's different people in this stream. Not everybody watches every stream I do. So, marshmallow cola. Anyway, flawless. It's like, look, here's the thing. Flawless fight pretty easy when you can outrange everything that the concierge does and you have this sort of like incredible build. And this isn't even like the best you can get for this build. This is just a decent build. You can do better than this. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. And the stream right now, and stream you drinking it for a review. After I beat this one, we'll like do another run or something, and I'll have Peepsy. What flavor is marshmallow flavor? It just tastes like sticky sugar. Well, we're gonna find out now, aren't we? I got both of these opened. Nice. By the way, a little bit of damage over time. Maybe I will take this. Gonna lose out on some damage, but get a lot of extra health. Doesn't seem too bad. And then your prize for actually perfecting the boss, of course, is, well, 1, more cells and everything, but a legendary item. Legendary Balance Blade. It's not bad, but compared to what I'm using right now, yeah, this is one of the few ways you can get consistent legendary items in the game, and it's that kind of speaks to how good legendary items are, right? All right, anything else I want to do? I don't want to spend more money on that. I don't want to do Legendary Forge stuff just yet, but still. Anything else? I mean, the first time you unlock any one of these, they are colorless items. Saw that with the turret that I have right now, so they will scale with any one of my stats. Maybe I should wait to do that until... Nah, it's really not worth it. I can just kind of... I think I should just unlock stuff as I can. Although I still have plenty of things here right now to do. Should probably go for the general upgrades before you go for a lot of the specific items. Unless you know there's something you really want to use. Like Hayabusa Gauntlets. Probably a good get from the very start. Alright, anyway. I mean, I guess I'm going to go into the Stilt Village, right? Or not the... I guess I'm not going to go into the Stilt Village and instead go into the Fractured Shrines, because I can. Normally something that they would kind of make you do a little bit later, but why not? Let's do it. Arson Grenade, it's 5. I know it's 5, but I want to get like the Oil Grenade. That's like one of the classic combinations that's also very good. And it shouldn't be too rare, I'd like to say. Oh, well. Well, this is... good start. Oh, this is already a great beginning. And also, like, you know, really, one of the harder levels that you're going to be getting into immediately, too. Oh, boy. But, you know what? It's worth going in here. Get a few more unlocks. See a new area, everything like that. So, a lot of bottomless pits, which works for and against me, as seen there. A lot of very difficult enemies. So these snake dudes, very annoying. You have like a teleport ability, which is of course one of the weapons that you can get yourself. But also on top of that, just in general, are very fast. Fast hitters. They have like some sort of poison ability that I've never seen before, because they usually either kill me or I kill them before I can see it. But yeah, teleports. And then trying not to get hit by them. These birds around here, which are not real enemies, but are really going to damage you, which is a lot of fun. And hey, everybody, it's the first cursed chest of the game. We're going to do it, right? I'll do a little bit of Jin. Mixed up with Jin this time. I think that'd be good. Okay. Oh, this is what you consider a bad idea. This is one of the hardest areas to actually do a cursed treasure. I'm doing it. Well, colorless weapon... It's a high tier colorless weapon, ++. V++, man, we've come a long way from C++, eh? But also like stats, money, and gotta kill 10 enemies, and if I get hit once, I die. Well, let's do it. Curses, man, I tell you. I hate this. I hate taking curses, just in general. But usually it's like you can kind of plan it out before you take the curses so that you don't die immediately. Oh, no, please. Video games. Okay, 7 left. It is so punishing to take curses in this game. But you do get like extra stat. You get like the colorless items. There's so much stuff. But it's so punishing. I'm just going to take out that bird. Because birds don't count as enemies, but they do count as damage. So I will die if they hit me. They are, not great. Yeah, those Inquisitors! Those Inquisitors are some of the worst things to try and deal with when you are cursed too. He died. His spear is still there. I don't like that. Get that spear out of there. Whatever. I don't think it does damage to me. I think that's just, you know, a part of the background now. Okay, here we go. Take him down. Last enemy. There we go. I hate curses. I hate curses. I hate curses in this area in particular. Maybe more than anything else. These enemies are so annoying to do. I usually don't parry enough as I should, but when I do, I make sure it counts. Hey, we got Bobby outfit. Rare outfit. Neat. Didn't I get like some sort of update lately to do something special? I don't even remember. Okay. Oh, man. Loves having your no-hit stuff in the game. I hate, and I've talked about this a ton before, I hate no-hit stuff in the game. Hey, what do you got here? Oh. Neat. But also. Ah! I didn't actually mean to do that. Yeah, but yeah, Dead Cells does love having you no-hit stuff in the game. I also do this sort of thing, which is a lot of fun. Get the outfit a little bit early. If you didn't know about that, trust me, it's important. Okay. Yeah. This second Bobby outfit with the fire head? Oh, like from the animated trailer type of ones? Is that a different one, or is that the same one? That just has gotten like a different look to it. Did have a particularly virile boyfriend as well as being Southern, so I'm very familiar with both chicken and the other stuff. I feel like I missed that conversation. What? These enemies are terrible and I hate them. But thankfully, it's just like with this sort of build. Let me tell you, once again. Oh, hey, Iron Rod. Or Iron Staff, whatever it is. How do I unhear a sentence? Too bad. You've heard it. You can't unhear it. And this is the other place that you can consistently get legendary items. And that seems... I mean, look, multiple Nox bows, often, like, not, it's a decent weapon, usually good at, like, high levels because it deals multiple hits and everything like that. 2 times is, as a unique affix there, I want to take it. Look, I love Electric Whip, and I really wanted to do the entire run with Electric Whip because it's good, but, like, man, multiple Nox turning into 6 arrows ain't too bad. Okay, yeah, this doesn't actually deal damage to me. Good. Read the journal. Oh, did I miss lore? I missed lore, didn't I? Let me go get that real quick. I don't think you can? Is there another one that I missed? You run out of ammo really fast? Yeah. Well, that's why I got the shield. Parrying enemies with the shield. Wait, wrong chamber? Might be. Parrying enemies with the shield does cause them to release all the arrows. Pro tips from Dr. Infernal Firebird that they won't tell you. That doctors hate him because he tells you about this. Doctors that are not myself, of course. Man, look at that damage, though. That's pretty poggers. And now everybody stop watching the stream. Yeah! As if trying to tell the lurid stories of people's virile boyfriends in chat wasn't enough to get them to stop watching the stream. Ah, see? Got him the wrong way. Still, though, it's enough. Bruh. Yes? Ooh. Better? It's actually really not. Comes to the ground and burns when destroyed is pretty okay, but not good enough. Here we go. Here's the journal. You know, I feel like I should be able to pick up at least a little bit of this gold in the background, but that's not happening. Immortalized in the stream, chicken. I hope you're happy. I hope you're satisfied with yourself. As far as impulsive purposes go, Spagottish Raspberry Fin. What? Lost your kill streak. Yeah, well. What else is new? The most dangerous shrine to get. Anyway, maybe not do that one. Alright, anyway. I used the wrong Yor. That's right. Minor spelling mistake. Argument invalid. That's how it works. I'm sorry, I didn't make the rules of the internet, but that is how it works. Okay. At least someone will remember me. It's the legacy I wanted. It's the legacy you deserve. Okay, now things are just kind of like starting to break apart here. I'm noticing with the background. Okay, well, whatever. Don't think too hard about it. It's fine. It's because of the malaise. Anytime you see it, it's because of the malaise. Anyway, could have my legacy being the one person that posted on every episode of the Persona series. Motion Twin fix ya game. As you do. As we love to say here. Twin daggers, nothing. And just an exit. Okay, poggers. I'm really pogging over here. Alright. Motion Twin. Yeah, Evil Empire is the side of Motion Twin that does the dead cells. These. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that. Should have at least waited until I took more damage, which I'm definitely going to do. Yeah, whatever. I'm still gonna call him Motion Twin. It's like whatever. Do you think if I was gonna go play like Mario RPG or something that people are gonna argue with me being like, "Oh, Nintendo, fix your games." Like, oh, actually, that was developed by Squaresoft. It's like, shut up. It's Nintendo. Nintendo owns Squaresoft now because we're living in my alternate reality where Nintendo bought Squaresoft instead of Enix. And Final Fantasy VII came out for the N64. What a terrifying thought. Anyway, on bookshelves today. It was actually released today. My publisher is very upset with me for not saying this earlier. Alright, anyway. Oh, actually, oh man. This one looks like it's a really bad idea to take because 100%, but when you get that backpack, when you get the backpack upgrade, it becomes one of the easiest ways to get consistent healing, especially as they start really whittling down the amount of flasks you have till it's nothing. Anyway, Motion Twin still exists. They're just not the part of the company that's working on Dead Cells anymore. They're just like their subgroup. And then the Dom group is Dom DeLuise, of course. Anyway. Anyone ever tried yet? No. I guess just gonna stop reading chat at this rate. There we are. You know, I hardly ever use the Homunculus rune. It's a good rune. It does give you a little bit of extra damage and, you know, range if you really need it, but I hardly ever use the thing. I should. It's like does damage over time. Gives like a little brief stun on enemies, can interrupt them out of attacks, but, you know, it's not as good as I want it to be. When there is always the, what I always like to call like a style of attacking called fishing, where you can just throw the Homunculus rune on top of enemies. But the time you really want to use it, when you're cursed, you can't use your Homunculus rune. Probably because of me literally talking about fishing like that. Anyway. Oh, we all know what it means. So I'm not going to say it on stream. Alright. Now skip your class. School's for fools. Watch my streams. And donate them. Like, subscribe, and comment. That didn't rhyme. Okay, anyway. Look, here's the thing. I got through the... Oh, yeah, you can also use the Homunculus rune to pick up stuff. So do that. Makes it very easy to say... Yeah, that one key in the clock tower. Yeah, do that. Use it for that. Now then, if you're cool, it doesn't need to rhyme. I mean, we can always do like Emily Dickinson, you know. Oh yeah, there's also now 1 cell doors that are open for me. You can, those cell doors work in the exact way that you think they do. If you have Brightstone Cave 1 cell Dora, then you can go in that. But you need to have like 2, 3, 4 to go into 2, 3, 4 doors. That entire thing. Emily Dickinson. She's a pioneer of soft rhyming. It's a thing. Anyway. Hi. And here's where parries come into play. Parries will take out slashes pretty quickly, but you know. Like I said, I don't use parries nearly as much as I should. I really should do that more. Here we are. Fortunately, there's nothing in here. I mean, I guess it's a quick way to go through this area, but still. And now I'm just like, wait, where am I right now? There we are. Okay, well, regardless, let's continue on here. Right. Oh, boy. EP enlargement technique is that's a way to put it, certainly. All right, and that is it. The first shop you encounter in this area is always a food shop, which I don't really need. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna do that so that hey, there we got a new outfit. I did it, everybody. Now I can stop seeing that appear in like shops and whatnot. Sometimes you don't really want that in replacing some of the items in there. Although the money would have also been nice for re-rolling. Whatever. You know what? I got plenty of stuff right now. And since I have the outfit, well, let's get that unlocked. And that's how you do that. A little bit of a troublesome thing, but once you unlock it the first time, it's always unlocked. Didn't go find the sword friend? I didn't. It wasn't there. Was it? I don't think so, at least. Hey. Reroll mutations, that's what I'm thinking. You know, if... Sure. Alright, there's also the Bobby outfit, Prisoner Bobby. So are there 2 of these outfits? I should not be unlocking outfits right now. This is not the time to be doing that. But anyway. Yeah, do I don't have that mutation. I don't know where that mutation drops. I guess that's one that used to be one that unlocked from the very beginning, but doesn't do that anymore, I guess. Ah, well, I'm fine. I thought it was default too, but I guess not. But I think it might be past some invisible platforms. I don't remember. I don't know. I just remember finding that on my first. I mean, maybe that's why that shrine was, you know, sort of floating there, because it wasn't actually floating. It was on an invisible platform. I'm thinking about that right now. Maybe I should have tried it out. Homunculus Rune is a pretty easy way to check for that sort of thing. Interesting area here, eh? Luigi? Okay, why are we looking... Don't look up things in the chat here. We're getting good lore, and you're missing out on it. We're also getting to talk about Peepsy, the marshmallow-flavored Pepsi Cola. So, Undying Shores has a really fun gimmick wherein it... the enemies that appear in this area are a few unique ones, like these guys right here, but also based on the enemies that you have fought over the course of the run. You also get these guys who revive things constantly. It's a lot of fun. Hey, liposuction. I almost never see this thing. Doubles the amount of cells you get. Okay, they can also hit you with the lantern, which is not really the thing that you usually end up getting hit by, but here we are. Anyway, you know liposuction is working when you see those yellow cells, the golden cells there. Let you know that those are related to the liposuction buff. Good stuff. It's real life lore. Okay, there's a lot of real life lore that exists that I don't need to talk about. That I don't need to make a focus of the stream. Certainly. Anything in here? Oh, it looks sort of like a secret thing. There's only 45 seconds. Let's stir this up already. Okay, try and get the most out of this. But yeah, really take out the necromancers before they just constantly are reviving things. And depending on like the route that you take, you can get some really tough enemies that are just constantly getting revived if there's just a dude with a lantern in the background constantly doing it. Oh man, it's one of the harder areas to take, and it leads into one of the bosses. No surprise though, this is DLC land. DLC stuff is just in general a lot harder. Yeah, necromancers also like to summon up. Yeah, they also got dudes with their own homunculus runes. And that will deal damage over time to you as well. Another example of that I totally forgot about. Well, anyway, it's not bad. What was I saying? I'm getting like all kinds of mixed up here because there's so much stuff to talk about. All right. Yes, we do have this here. And cells. You forgore, skull emoji. No. So what is that? Well, in the very start of the Fractured Shrines area, there was a little stone that had the 2 runes on it, and that's the one that I needed to do. I need to remember what that one was, but I forgore yet again. So we ain't doing that one this time. Yeah. Doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Get it later. We got plenty more runs to go, after all. Anyway, the Necromancers also can create walls like that, which you can beat your way through, but that usually gives them enough time to get out of there. They're a buff class. They're not a fighting class, and that's why they have more defensive stuff here. Still, getting hit with that lantern hurts. It's not a fun time. And that, I don't even know what that opened up. Anyway. But the door opened. Wait, is that... Am I dumb? Oh. Hey everybody, check out this image of a bird. It's dressed up like Tunic. Doesn't this distract you from everything that just happened there? Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, so I mean, we all love that image of a bird, but let's go in this door here that I just managed to open up. I remembered what the runes were that appeared at the beginning of the Fractured Shrines. So, you know, that was pretty cool, right? Get like a cocoon. An item I don't use enough. It's like an omnidirectional parry when you use it. Can even parry things that normally can't be parried, but it's generally not my favorite sort of thing. Oh god, they... Well, I mean, I have to, right? Ah, jeez. Jeez. Oh, and it's like actually good, too. So, I guess I was justified in doing that. Hey, colorless items. I mean, you know, one of the basic tactics of the entirety of Dead Cells, it's like, is just trying to like get colorless items with like a survival build or something. It's a time-honored tradition and it works pretty well. So, you know, consider it. That scared me. I'm not going to go to the scare. No, I'm not going to go to the next boss with the curse. What are you talking about? There's more enemies that are going to appear soon. I hope. All right, are there any more enemies left in this level? I kind of had a lot of level left to go, so I expected there to be... Okay, here we go. Ugh. There's at least some enemies. Just still need to make sure that I don't die here with a curse. Oh, well, never mind then. I guess those guys... Oh, great! It's one of the worst enemies to be fighting, especially with a curse. Well, maybe I'll just stay away from them enough so I don't get caught in the box. Get in the box. Why did I say that? God, this is so spooky. See if I can... Oh, okay, so I'm going to have to go near that enemy regardless. Okay, one enemy left. Don't you box me. There we go. Okay. We're okay, everybody. Don't worry. Panic time over. The disco is safe to go back into. This is a reference that I just made. You can't make me unmake it. There's no way you pick the curse without any enemies left. It seemed like that for a moment. Hey, another item I'm not a huge fan of. What? It's rare. So, you know, there's that. That's cool, isn't it, kids? Let's see some lore. With the boat. They wanted to flee, but they didn't. Clearly. Now they're skeletons. Is there anything else to do here? I don't remember. Doesn't mean he won't die, the boss. It just means it won't be cursed. Exactly. 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 Is this better? Maybe. Oh my god, does it do like any... It's not like poison is doing me all that much good. Burning oil is what I would want here, but it's just not too much. Is the chain climbable? I don't think so. It looks like a background object because it's kind of like faded. Anyway. I usually break every other door around here. All totally normal. I can, yeah, I do it. By the way, this does speak for me. I do hate those guys. Indeed. All right. Well, okay, if that was like another cursed chest, I would have been both happy and sad. A real, it's a real, you know, combination of emotions, like a Tim Buckley type of thing. Still, though, I'd really like to not die to a curse, and hey, almost yourself. I don't even get that one. Anyway, inverted colors, I guess. Who killed those guys? I don't know. It could be anybody. It was probably me. Did I do it? Bro, did you see, like, the background and the symbol? Yo, if you know about the world, did you see the background? Let me go back to that area. It's like I want, since we're doing like a new playthrough and everything, I don't want to spell it out because I think it's still fun. But like, take a look at the background here. Okay, and you know this. Okay, that's that. Oh. Anyway, let's get out of here. Before I take any more unnecessary damage. Also, it's like I still got like the box elite up there that I guess I could go kill if I wanted to go get like the yeah, well, never mind. I guess I'm nope. Forget about the box elite. Go get like another necklace doing that, but not worth it, I think. Alright, Mausoleum, one of the more difficult bosses. But we are still on one cell mode. I'm not doing this on super maximum difficulty yet. But, well, sure. I'm sure that's going to be coming up sooner than later. It usually does. One of the harder bosses, one the way. It's how it is. Whatever. Look, I'm going to have to go fight the... Oh, hey, there's the Ironclad outfit, too. For good measure. On top of everything else. Just unlock that. Now I don't have to worry about that taking up, like, a... slots. Scarecrow. Fast, hits hard, relatively low health. So, I mean, there is that. Okay, double crossbow-matic. Kind of getting the ads that get introduced in here. Yeah? Where you at? Where you at, dog? I need to go for a parry if I want to get my arrows back. Okay. Okay, does not get stunned at all, much like a Hand of the King. Ah! Come on! Shouldn't have tried to shoot him there. A little momentary moment of moments kind of is what messed me up there more than anything else. Nah, well. Still did it mostly good. And another item I'm not a super huge fan of. Ah, well. One area that would actually smell nice. I don't know. I did just explode a person. Big gamer bruh. Don't you bruh me. Here, you know what? Take a look at this bird again. Anyway. I've perfected the Scarecrow before. Just because I didn't do it this time doesn't mean that it hasn't happened previously. Let's get that third health flask. Jump scare. What do you mean? Scree! Oh no, look out everybody. Bonnie's coming at you from the right door. Scree! Anyway. Yeah, that's my jump scare sound. Oh no. Oh, wait, that's not even the Bonnie's the bunny. Chica's the chicken. Whatever. Scree. Do it. Fine. I hate the bank. But, I mean, I guess we're making a lot of, we're making a lot of bad decisions here today. Oh, boy. What's the deal with their distillery? I've been there a bunch of times. It's hell, just high damage BS. Yeah, no, it's a terrible. That's where runs go to die. But I'm gonna have to do it eventually. And great, I got a good outfit for it as well. Well, at least these skeletons aren't moving, I guess. Indeed. A security breach? like the Five Nights at Freddy's, everybody. Anyway, oh yeah, I actually need to call the elevator. I should probably stop putting jump scares in the stream. People are probably not going to like that. Especially with the way that I clearly have to pause the game so that I can go and mouse over OBS to turn that on. Anyway. Alright. Gaslit himself into thinking he chose the wrong... What do you mean? No, I didn't. Didn't you see the bird? Alright, this place is terrible. So, yeah, you know, like these golden exploding bats explode into more gold. Enemies are, you know, the unique ones like this guy too, which absorbs gold to become more powerful, which is going to happen like in about 5 seconds, as it always does. And the other thing is that all the other enemies in here that are not ones unique to this area are really fun to deal with because they incorporate all of the enemies from every area you could possibly go to next. So it's a huge melange. I mean, I guess if the area you're going to is very difficult, that would be one thing. But that's just like, you know, you can have more easier enemies in there. Oh, great. Well, it's starting to evolve. But more often than not, it just means that you have to deal with all the hardest enemies. Oh, yeah, there's also these guys here who they're just fast. Well, fast boys. They can jump up and down, so they're also ones you can't really run away from. The bank is terrible. It's a very hard area to go to, but it's also a bonus one. Has a cursed chest in here, which I think I'm not going to take this time. Oh yeah, by the way, you do need to have the bats explode to get the maximum amount of money from it, so keep that in mind. Hoo boy, oh boy. Yeah, bank's not easy, and generally what you want to do is you want to do it as early as possible so that you don't have to deal with, say, castle enemies and, you know, enemies from the distillery, which are those barrel dudes and everything. But that's not what we're doing today. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I also saw, yeah, it didn't evolve, though, so, hey. Be sure to buy something from every shop, of course. Why wouldn't you do that? It's like this is the whole money basis does mean that you do get a lot more shops and a lot more... Is that the cursed chest? I think so. Yeah, no. Not this time. I already went for 2 other cursed chests in pretty difficult areas. If I'm being real with you, I would probably say just like don't go into the distilleries. Or not distillery, and don't go into the bank is my advice, because then you have to deal with these guys. Yeah! Okay, good. Not, well, that's not what we're doing today. 18 stats are good for now anyway. Yeah, that is true. It's like on 1 cell mode and everything, 18 stats are fine. Why would you hate bags? Seems, I mean, what do bags ever do to you? Yeah, you specifically. Whatever. Look, I've already got enough on my plate right now dealing with all of the many, many annoying aspects of the bank. Okay, please. Oh, boy. Ugh. Today we are making bad decisions. Well, I mean, that feels like that's every single time I play Dead Cells. I mean, unless like the decision is, I don't know, like actually have things that people want to watch on the YouTube channel. Oh God, I hate this. Yeah, no, see, look at the damage already. At least, oh man, you know, this is the point in time when Rally is actually going to start to become pretty useful. Hey, nice. This is the point in time that Rally is going to actually start to become pretty useful. Usually it's something you don't really think about too much. In early game, becomes, yeah, you can do that too, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. But, you know, big hits, you can regain that health Bloodborne style. And I would, because, like, you know, you also get some pretty powerful weapons here, too. But this one's not, like, that much. And without the whole reroll perk, I kind of am not going to be able to get too much good stuff here. At least not as much as I want. Anyway, do that for good measure. Rally, my beloved. It is. I still hold to that being Scream. Why did I do that? Anyway, I still hold to that being one of the best game mechanics introduced in years. I love that. Being able to regain just a small amount of health after you get hit by just going in harder. But of course, I'm also somebody that very much enjoys, you absolute child. Yeah, well, whatever. You're watching me. It really plays to me being hyper aggressive in just how I play video games. So, to be fair, it's like, of course I like it because I like, you know, getting into the fray and then never leaving the fray. Okay? What can I say? It's good. It's just a fun way to play video games. Oh, you want to be cautious or whatever? Yeah. Being cautious is cool. But you ever thought about being incautious all the time? You know, one of the other things about, like, this area that has been really great so far is that, yes, spinning, for whatever reason, I don't know why, when they decide this, but in the language of Dead Cells, spinning means that they reflect projectiles, so they can't be hit by projectiles for some reason. I don't know if there's any particular reason for it, and here we go. All right, then this is what they were warning me about. Did it anyway. All right. The Mimic. Pretty tough mini boss. Observe. That was one hit. Throughout that fight, I got hit once, and that's how much damage it did to me. Based on what sort of shop it is, they have different abilities. That one can heal itself. Like the one ranged, the one in like weapons shops, I think has, what is it, like some sort of like extra powerful attack that it can do. I can't remember exactly what it is. Like the one in, I think, skill shops is able to hit you with like a chain to grab you, sort of like the Timekeeper does. It's all pretty hard to deal with. And of course, on harder difficulties, they have even more health and hit even harder than that. On 1 cell difficulty, it did like half my health. On like high cell difficulties, it will do all of your health. It's great. Thankfully, the game does have 1 hit protection and everything, so you'll be with 1 hit point. Just don't get hit again, forehead. It's easy. Yeah. They are, you know, that's the other thing. It's like, yes, you do get doubled up or extra powerful sort of rewards for doing that. I don't think it's worth it. It's like, you just hope that you don't accidentally activate one of those things if you can. Also, Vor. You do get on-screen Vor. Do keep that in mind as well, in case you're not a fan of Vor. I mean, if you're watching this right now, I assume you're a fan of Vor. You're voracious for that sort of content. Well, at least I can be sure that none of these other things are going to do that. Tactic building. Yeah, to be fair, I am also playing with tactics. But, like, jeez, though. You know, as far as bonus areas go, it's like this one is still really difficult to deal with. I want to say that he's, you know, we were talking about like the distillery being a pretty bad area, and we're going to go there. Hey, nice. Soldier's resistance is good. Gives you a lot of extra health at high levels. But yeah, it's like talking like bad areas. It's like I still think like, yes, this area is probably the worst. It's probably the toughest in the entire game. Bar none. Except for maybe like the bosses. But like that's their bosses. You can also see like the mimics there warning you in the background. I wonder if that's a cipher you can translate in this game. Probably not. Well, I don't have any debt, so I can open up that right now, but I'm still gonna do the full exploration. We didn't do the bell puzzle last time. We can at least do this, right? Are you forgetting about spoiler area? I don't know. I still think spoiler area is easier. Because, like, okay, I guess I didn't actually want to teleport back, as it turns out this is closer to the one area I have yet to explore. Still think it's like I still have a hard time. I still probably have an easier time with that. Hello. Let's get some lore. Whoo, boy. But yeah, I think there's actually quite a few things you can look at here. An old book. The Golem Axe boys. I felt like I could deal with the Golden Axe boys pretty well, because they do give you a lot of warning about it, and if you have like any sort of crowd control, it's pretty easy to deal with them, at least for me. Hey, it's Philosopher's Stone, which you were talking about. And it gives absolutely no information. Oh, I mean, I do find it. You can find it. It's just very, very rare. All right. Oh. Here we go. If you couldn't roll through the shockwave attack. Yeah, the shockwave attack, the fact that you can roll through the shockwave attack of the... Most shockwave attacks are built so that you can't roll through them. That's other weird language of the game. Shockwave attacks are not parryable, they're not rollable, and whatever. Actually, no, you can roll through them. You can't parry them, right? Am I thinking about this? Somebody correct me right now. Anyway, real quick down here. We're gonna do a full clear, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, but it was... And now I've forgotten what I was talking about again. Ah, dang. Why does this keep happening to me? Because such is the way of Dead Cells. And really any streamed game, but also Dead Cells. Okay, let's finish up this parts already so that I can go and get some Peepsy. And we'll go do it. Oh, I love this entire idea that's like, hey, pay so that you don't have to deal with the really tough enemies. It's good stuff. Try and activate them so I can maximize money here. And then get hit anyway. Rally, rally, rally! Okay. And a carrot. Good enough. Just gonna get another really big gold gorger here, aren't I? And I did. Pay to not die. Truly, we have reached peak capitalism. And once again, it is all the tough. It's all the enemies from any one of the areas I could go to, so it's really good. Sometimes I got 2 Philosopher's Stone in one run, but I still wonder what the odds are, but I'm too lazy. That's really wow. Very low, I can tell you that right now. Look at that one for free. Okay. And then we got the bonus area. So this, of course, is always generated in here. It's a roughin', but I've done a lot of challenge rifts. I know how it goes. You also get these cool, like, neon laser spikes down here, which I don't think appear in anywhere else in the game. A little bit different. Okay. Do that. Yep. Doing good. And then we got the extra big ball and chain for extra big ball and chain purposes. All of them that you can imagine. And more. All right. Yeah. Just go. I actually did manage to stall that out long enough that I wasn't really in much danger there now, did I? Yeah, you get like a lot of like unique traps here that don't really appear much of anywhere else in the game. There we go. Here's a long area. Generally why I don't end up doing it in normal gameplay. Okay. Just go fast enough. All right. Is that it? I'm not going to fall down here until I can... Yeah, here we go. I did it, everybody. First try. There we go. Ooh. Woo. Notice this this item. Well, I mean, I also get like the gentleman's outfit, but you do also get a colorless weapon along with that. But I guess it's not necessarily as good. Oh, that's too bad. That would be great if I could, you know, have like a I don't know, survival run or something going on. But still, jeez. Still, though, I'm usually don't end up doing that because it's too difficult. And if you get hit even once, it just boots you right back out to the start. So, you know. Wait, actually, no, I don't want to heal just yet. Because don't I only get one potion charge? Yeah. Yeah, no 60 kills there. No surprise. And then the gentleman's outfit, only 100, but I'm still not going to do that. Health flask is probably a lot more important. Any plan against Hand of the King? Parry a lot. Like I said, parry releases ammo on the... Parry releases ammo from enemies, so that's the plan right now. Alright. There's always that trap room with a chest at the end. Yep, it's hard to do. That's why I usually don't do it. It's a pretty difficult thing. The other thing, though, and one of the really annoying parts of the Hand of the King was, of course, extra mad at me for actually killing the king now, is that he does block ranged attacks. Not every single time, but pretty regularly. Ugh. That was not the easiest thing to do. Okay. His massive hand blocks ranged stuff occasionally. Occasionally, though. Okay, there's a parry to get my arrows back. There we go. I think I can destroy them by hitting some button. Usually you just attack them. They have one hit point, but you can also do other stuff. Okay, just keep going here. Get that critical hit. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Get the homunculus rune down here. Ah. Ah, there we go. Not too bad. Pretty triple. I mean, well, the triple bow, to be fair, is shooting out 6 arrows, and on the 3rd hit, doesn't it do like, I think it does like an extra hard hit. Hey, everybody, how to get them tubes? You just got to beat 1 cell mode. I did it, everybody. I said the thing. And there it is. Okay, Hand of the King outfit too, a good one. Oh, heal, you say? The power tubes. Get me out of here. Bong for a healing flask. Yeah, I only did weed once in my life and it was on stream. It's true, I was playing Undermine at the time. Weed is legal here, everybody. This is not everything I'm talking about. Weed is legal where I live. Recycling tubes is an absolute priority upgrade. Yeah, but you gotta beat like New Game Plus to get it. It's rough. It is a rough one. But yeah. And my favorite outfit. It's a good one, isn't it? All right. Well, there we go. We got Boss Cell 2. Overall, a pretty good run. Not going to say that it wasn't without issues. But, I mean, I really expect that to be more of an electric whip run. But, hey, you get something good. You get something good, right? All right. So how long are you going for? I'm going for at least probably 1 more run. However, I am going to go get Peepsy, which is to say peep flavored Pepsi, and we'll drink it on stream. So we are going to take like a short break here. Scream. And then we're going to go have Peepsy. So get ready. Get ready for it.